knowledge to help you make money off that? Absolutely. You know what that is? That is just how you maintain your cult's wealth.
Fair enough.
It doesn't even have to be a mechanical thing. It's just like, oh, how are you maintaining your cash flow? Like this. Done. Because unfortunately, like, one dot of wealth isn't what you think it is. That is enough to like fund a full-scale project.
I'm assuming there's a metric for wealth in the book somewhere.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. One is like the equivalent of like an entire village's like savings, I think. Because like if we're scaling it to the galaxy, then a wealth of 10 is like what the Empire has. I think it's in the Treasures of Arsum section. It's been a minute since I looked at wealth. This doesn't come up a lot. Although Carson, at some point, like, we are gonna need to get wealth. Otherwise, Ignis is gonna be the only one to be able to benefit from one of the gifts of apotheosis.
I know.
Which one?
The one that lets you set up a shrine, because you have to put wealth into it.
Ah.
Well, this is Karsak KKWX. Karsak's my name. KKWX is my empire. We're here today to play a little bit of Godbound. The Quiet Before the Storm. This is their time to do their downtime before we start something major. So, I'm going to let them talk about what they did last week, and then we'll get into what we're doing this week. Let's get to it.
I'm gonna do something out of character. I'll go first, because mine's super simple. Been doing the exact same shit I've been doing. Get people out of the city. I recruited some other NPCs. Alright, I'm done. Shiv, you're next.
Shiv has expanded his network some more. Also handed out some free Scorpio Online discs. Remember, get your free 90 hours, folks. Yeah, that joke is gonna get old quickly, isn't it?
Yes, very quickly.
I mean, it's also very dated.
Yeah, that's gonna get old really quick, my guy.
It was old when you
like-
started making it.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Because who even uses America Online anymore?
Nobody.
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 Oh, no, I think it exists, but I think it's not necessary. Oh, fuck. Because I know my grandmother's email account's still active on it.
Oh, that it still exists.
America Online as a company exists. I just don't know like what they do anymore.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna look it up because I'm actually curious now.
Because I don't think they're like an ISP anymore.
And
No, I think they were
Raiden, what did you do last week?
Started building a train. Talked to dwarves.
Mm-hmm. Pissed off the dwarves.
I didn't really piss them off.
You annoyed
Just-
them.
You annoyed
I annoyed
them.
I annoyed them, but was also honest with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told them that they were kind of crazy for worshipping a insane god.
And wanting to switch to another insane god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
And I know we talked about it after, but I'm gonna end up taking a couple dwarves.
Eventually. Alright, so we did the recruiting. Riley worked on PNC, started setting up some allies with Shiv, and a training op that is going on. Snake is taking charge of the city while underneath her. I know that Ignis will be here a little bit late. He failed his strength roll. That's expected.
Oh yeah, me too. Me?
He failed one and succeeded another, I believe.
But he's,
Nah, I'm straight on 2 failures.
yeah,
I was talking about Ignis. I thought he succeeded one out of the 2 he made last week.
he did, and that was to help out with one strength he did manage to do. And then he got an external, he started talking to the external council. He started talking to the council for his part in the future. So that's where we're at. Now we are on, I think, was it month 4?
No, I had to do my month 3 because we ran out of time.
Oh, right. All right. Let me get a pencil, and then we'll have you start.
Because the part you that none of us mentioned was a good chunk of the session. I think about a third of it was eaten up by Riley and Ignis talking to the council about a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And Shiv got an offer to help make a think tank for the Galactic Council.
Yeah, the problem...
Yeah, we left that part out too.
Yeah, we left that out. But for the lot of stuff that they have been watching the solar system and discovered that there is at least a scout in the area of the Thanes. And nearby, there is the Emperor ship. So, we'll see what happens. Alright, Cormac, it is your go.
Come on, where are you? There you are. Only downside having 2 monitors. Occasionally I lose my fucking mouse pointer. Why am I... Finally succeeded one.
Finally? Yay! Yep. Alright. So
Oh, not 41.
So you got gain strength.
Yep, picked up a Dominion. I thought my trend of failure was going to continue. Nope, not exalted. Wrong game. Similar premise.
Very similar.
Much more
but
complicated.
Not quite. Yeah.
Hold on, I've got to read up on one of the things.
No problem.
Enact change. I can't do that because that's what I just did with the build change. Okay, so we get to ignore that. My external is just going to be continue to extend interest into the workers' union that I have been. And that's my month 3. Month 4 is going to get a little exciting for me, but I'll let the others go.
Okay.
I shouldn't say exciting for me.
Now, Ignis will not be here for another 30 minutes.
Eek.
Don't know where Riley's at.
Probably sleeping.
Sleeping.
Probably.
Was up very late last night.
Oh, I feel that. I was up to like 3 a.m., so I feel it.
What the hell are you doing?
Didn't sleep.
9:30 tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. Okay.
I mean, I woke up at 2 a.m.
I was up at 4.
Quarter after 2. I'll be fair.
All right. So I guess we will go then with Raiden for month 4.
Okay. Build up power. Yay. Extend interest into Cormax.
Alright.
What are you gonna do with Cormac?
Extend interest into his.
What particular thing are you gonna do?
Just extending interest. Pretty much it.
I mean, you guys are basically in the same general area.
Exactly.
Honestly, not even basically. All people have to do is just look around the other side of the
Actually,
fucking
hold on.
volcano.
Given that I've got 3 Dominion.
I mean,
Ow!
I really only have 6 months to affect the city. I can deal with you guys later.
Nah.
That's fair. So, instead of extending interest, what else can I do? Hold on.
The big thing would be an act change.
Through the cult?
Yeah. That would be the, like, adding a feature
High
of moving a
fire.
problem. But because you haven't added a feature, the problems you currently have, you cannot get rid of. Because they are, like, the intrinsic problems of your cult as they exist. Oh, actually, speaking of, I'll handle this during month 4. I misunderstood that when I wrote mine, so I have to redo them.
Okay.
So then that begs the question then, can I actually use the clan to use their dominion to actually create something then?
Yes, but it can only go up to improbable change. It can't do or implausible. It can't do impossible.
So, like, say, could I use them to finish the train while Raiden works on the railguns then?
No, because the train is an impossible change.
Okay. So it'd be, even if I wanted to have them work on the railguns, that's still impossible change, correct?
No, because I would imagine railguns are basically the kinetic weapons of the capital ships. Like, you're calling them railguns, but what they are is planetary defense weapons, or orbital defense. No, planetary defense weapons, which have to exist, or we know exist because they've been brought up before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I could actually have the Mixisms work on that.
Given the resources and all that, it might be an implausible, but it's definitely in the realm of what they can do. At least it's, to my understanding. If I'm completely out of my mind, Karsa, then you tell me to shut the hell up, and then you correct me.
So far, you're correct. You
Oh,
might want to use your external to have them gather resources. That would be
Okay.
enough.
I'll have them gather resources, because as long as I keep using Raiden's
That
one
is
effort
plausible.
ability,
Gathering researches and
Resources,
resources
yeah, I'll have them
and
do that, and with-
transmuting them is plausible,
with
not
Raiden's...
implausible.
Because I did say Raiden would have the builder help with the train.
Right.
So with Raiden and the builder, especially with Raiden having their continuously spending effort once a day
Mm-hmm.
to finish the train up, it should be the end of this month. Then he can work on planetary defense.
Right. So have your cult
So I'll
gather
have them
resources.
gather resources, and then I'll use Raiden's ability to just build the planetary defense with the Mixes himself after. That would work, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that still spending Dominion for that? Correct?
No, for the gathering resources.
No, you're basically just giving up your
No.
external action to do that.
Okay.
No. You're just
Gotcha.
gathering resources.
So that's what we'll do.
But you still haven't. Are you still doing the interest, or are you going to have them enact change? Because they can still start.
What
Start the
change
building.
then would you guys consider
You would
possibly
be
be a good one?
you'd be adding a feature to your cults, and that would be planetary defenses. Note that this
Oh,
will be
wait.
would most likely be a feature. Oh no, because your cult would be stationed here. Never mind. You can ignore me on that last part.
I'll
It-
wait on that, considering I'll have Raiden build that, and then I'll just dismantle them if I want to take them or anything.
Well, I mean, your cult's still going to be based here.
Yeah, then I don't want that. I'd rather have them like nomadic. Almost.
Well, then eventually you're gonna have to build ships for them.
All right.
Hence why they're going on the hammer.
Riley's ship will not be able to take the entirety of everybody's cults. I
That's
have to
for
make that
sure.
clear.
That is
Okay,
for
so
sure.
I mean, then it'll be the civilians. Oh no. Shit. Civilians, stay or go. I don't know. How are you doing it, Cormac?
Just taking the ones I want to go with. The ones that want to stay here, they get to stay here.
Yeah, that's what we're riding doing. Screw it.
That's basically what Shiv is going to eventually do whenever he starts
I
getting
mean-
people off the planet.
But also, as of like right now, Korak doesn't think he's leaving the planet, so
Yeah. But like long-term wise, we know that, and
out of character, yes.
out of character we do, and that's what I'll just do. I'll have the ones that want to stay can stay, the ones that want to go can go. I'll have the ones that stay man the planetary defense then.
Okay.
All right, so what you're doing is enact change. Let me read the rules on that.
But wouldn't that come later though?
No.
Okay,
You
so I can add it
Do
now.
it now. Yeah. Yeah, faction uses enact. Well, you're gonna have to roll for it. That's uses an action to create a change in their policy, just as Godbound would, but spending the appropriate amount of dominion to scale the change as desired. So to solve a problem, special trouble check is rolled. You're not doing that. If you use to create a new feature, trouble check is rolled. If it fails, the dominion is lost. So, Karsa, are you saying that these cannons are plausible or implausible?
The cannons are plausible. They just need
What?
enough resources. So
That comes in with that would honestly, like, if he succeeds this, I would just roll that into the trouble check of these eat a massive amount of resources.
they do.
I think that would be the good problem, is just you have a very resource heavy feature. So you roll a trouble check, the exact same as if you're building strength.
Okay, so now so power check.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey,
You
got it.
succeed. So you now have a new feature of the planetary defense cannons. You'll have to add that to your cult sheet. You all and we've kind of decided that your new pertinent problem is that your cult is a very resource dependent cult.
Yeah, so add that to your problem.
You basically have something similar to like what Riley did when she did her she upped her training, whereas she has a massive amount of cost. You have the same thing, but yours isn't money. Yours is materials.
Well, I mean that actually kind of tracks though. I mean, given the fact that they're builders.
Yeah. So basically, what the problems like a problem like this, what it means in the future is if your cult fails at something, we basically get to narratively point at one of these problems to dictate. But this also means that when you build strength in the future, you have to roll one higher now.
Oh, so I've got added one trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I gotta roll at least 4 to 6.
Yeah. Now, in the future, what you could do is you could pay Dominion to enact change to remove that problem. You wouldn't add a new feature. We would just be removing that problem.
Okay, so I wouldn't have to take out the planetary defense, but I just remove that trouble.
Yeah. Basically, what you're doing would be like we would describe it as like you're streamlining the designs for a bunch of your things. So
Gotcha. Okay, so it's like more like energy efficient or more cost efficient, effectively.
You found a new way of doing it.
Yeah, but that's
Gotcha. Okay.
something we could deal with next month if you want to, or you can just let it lie for now.
I'll let it lie for now.
I mean, never mind. Moving on.
I think I
I
know
used-
why you're letting things lie for now, and I understand. And eventually,
I'm
you're
getting shit
gonna
done first.
you're gonna have to get things done. Yeah,
I'm getting shit done first, then I'll take care of it.
right. Anything else that you would like to do this month?
And that does use 1 dominion for that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm down to 2. Or back down to 2.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do for that month?
Nope, 3 technically, but I spent 1.
Did you hear me?
I did, but at that point, Raiden is still technically underground, quote unquote,
Uh huh.
and he is going to be talking to the, continue talking to the doors, and then you know what? You want to know if I'm going to use your stuff for good or bad? How about a few of you guys actually follow me, the ones that actually are more curious on it, and then you can report back.
If I may, what you're narratively doing is you're kind of setting up an extend interest for next month with the dwarves, my dude.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll
Like,
just
no,
say you're-
finish your scene, but like what you're doing is effectively the RP of what extending interest would do.
Okay, so instead of the dwarves, or instead of you, I'll just extend it to the dwarves.
Right, but you'll do it next week because you've already taken your external action. You've given it up to find the materials.
Oh, okay, yep.
Which, actually, Karsa, in theory, wouldn't he be getting them from the dwarves?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess if Karsa allowed, we could call it extend interest in the dwarves.
Yeah, we could do that.
Hell yeah.
Because, like, finding materials, like, you're giving up an action for basically nothing. It doesn't do anything mechanically.
Okay.
Unless Karsa has a special thing that would come with that, at which point.
Okay.
Because,
Gotcha.
like, she would be going off book, so if you have something special, I don't know.
Not yet.
Gotcha. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all mine then.
So, you're gonna be sending. They're gonna say that yes, we will send 3 people with you, and then they will let us know next month.
Okay. Ryan's just gonna turn to him. I hope y'all like heat. Because the fact that they live near a volcano.
Actually, not that hot because of the thing we did when we first started.
I know.
They
I
will
still
laugh
imagine
at
it's warmer than
you.
usual.
They will laugh at you as you look down towards the forge that they have down there.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, these
I
are
mean-
dwarves. Not only do they
that's
live
fair.
underground, but we have proven that they know their metal.
I mean, that is fair.
So they are going to laugh at you for that one.
Diggy diggy hole.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. All right. Civ, it is your turn for your 4th month.
Gonna try to build more power.
Okay.
Yay, I succeed.
You succeed in building your strength.
Let's see. What do I want to do for this month?
There's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just having Shiv just sit out for a month and work on his bioweapon.
That is what you were doing, not what your cult's doing.
Yeah, fair.
What is your
But remember,
cult
like
doing?
the actions we're doing with this is what your cult is doing.
Right. Extended interest to... So for you, Raiden, and I have Ignis written in here.
I mean, you could also like reciprocate the interest that Riley put.
Yeah, sure.
Now you're gonna have to put a little like asterisk next to that because unfortunately Nav is not here to say yes or no.
Right.
So we might have to create a backup.
So in theory, reciprocating the interest for Riley.
In theory.
I don't think Nav's gonna say no.
What type of interest is what's going to be asked?
Well, right now, Riley has members of Site Secure guarding and honestly training around. What was this place called again? Nepi, right?
Yes.
And Shiv is providing programming for Riley's virtual reality training program.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're making it more real.
Yes. Go haptic. Also, go being able to generate computer stuff.
Now with 99% pain receptors with only 3% damage receptors.
Well, he also had Raiden helping with that too.
Yeah.
Because Raiden actually has the tech and knowledge to do that.
Yeah, basically with extended interest, Shiv is like leaving 1 or 2 people behind to like
Maintain it, probably.
Yeah, watch over it.
Because yay for... See, Raiden can make the tech, they can make the programming.
Well, while Shiv is staring at a galactic map and working on his freaking bioweapon.
Yeah.
Alright, so Shiv, you're gonna do what? As yourself.
Shiv is working on his bioweapon and keeping it on the galactic map.
I would feel so bad for you if you go through all that work and it does nothing.
I have a question for you, Shiv.
Mm-hmm.
You have a month. Are there any questions you want answered by the universe? Hello.
Yeah. I've got two. One.
Mhm.
Provided the Thanes weren't going to come here, where would be the closest place for them to station?
Beppo.
Okay, so he marks that off on the map. I'm assuming
Beppo is within the solar system, by the way.
Yeah. So it's a fringe world, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Basically or let's call it the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Beppo
somebody's
is a water world. 90% water.
So it's less fringe than you think it is, because it has to be close enough for the water to be for the ice to be melted.
Fair. I mean, we are in a... Scorpio has more than one sun, doesn't it?
Yes.
But the heat is more going to be based off the bigger of the two.
True.
It has a twin sun. Yes. It used to have a third sun, but that sun disappeared. Because it went boom.
And somehow didn't consume the rest of the system. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's actually scary to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's called Dominion expenditure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody's just like, I don't like that third sun. I want it to go away.
Ryan, I need you to do something. What? Take out the sun.
Sure that if you used any of your powers full scale on a fucking sun, it would just supernova.
I mean,
Probably do nothing, because, I mean, I could probably shoot through the planet, that'd be about it.
Anyway.
There. Second question. This one pertains to Blind Geo.
Mm-hmm.
If one were to list everything Blind Geo did, would the average galactic citizen consider her evil?
Yes.
all right.
That's kind of a dumb one.
No, I don't know where he's going with that question.
I would have asked, okay, can you give me a list of like 10 things of what she is possible of doing?
I don't even know
No,
about
because he
that.
already did that!
I don't know about that. It's really just like, what did you hope to get out of that question? Is more right.
I mean, we already know she comes off as evil.
Right.
So
Well, to you guys, Corvax is like, whatever.
Like, we already
Ryan-
know at least 2 pieces of her power set.
You still could use a little bit more if you'd like to answer some other question.
Because, like, the only thing I want to point out is, like, that, yes, are they bad movies? But yes, the whole evil is a perspective thing. From my perspective, the Jedi are evil. Like, that question is just a yes, guaranteed.
Yes.
But this one's more part of a long game.
Do you have another question?
No, I want to know what this long game is now.
I'm
Wouldn't be...
generally curious now too, my guy.
Oh, come on. Just let me have some fun. But it is a long game.
Do you have any other questions?
Not at the moment.
I mean, you
None that won't get
literally...
people raging at me anyway.
Raging at you. I just want to know your
What?
thought process behind this.
Yeah.
My thought process? Remember how I described where I want to go with this character back in episode 1?
Not really. That was
No.
a long time ago.
Fair enough.
You might want to reiterate, it's been literally a year.
Oh, good point.
Or even not just them, but for everybody.
Yeah, good point. It's been over a year, hasn't it?
Yes.
Time flies. At the speed of thought.
Did
Shiv's entire thing as I designed him is more of renegade Time Lord, let me put it that way. But I never said which one. It's just not the one you're thinking of. Karsa got it rather quickly back then.
I don't know enough
I
to even have
never watched really Doctor
Yeah,
Who.
I don't have enough information to have a
Oh, fair enough. Once
Doesn't
guess.
understand about the Time Lords.
because like my understanding of Doctor Who is David Tennant, and that's it.
Right.
My understanding is I know David didn't played. That's it.
I've seen the David Tennant season. I think I watched the first of the Matt. Can't remember his last name.
Matt Smith, the guy who's presently playing what's his name in
Yeah,
House of the
Targaryen. Yeah. I think I watched his first season. Oh, I definitely
I have
did
no idea.
because it opened up with him being like Stetsons are cool, and I'm like disagree.
Yes, I do remember this conversation we had where I said, you're not going to be exactly a Time Lord. You're supposed to be a crazy Time Lord if you are. A lunatic.
Yeah, the difference is that my character itself, great intelligence stat. Me, the player, not so much.
It's just the question you asked. You could ask two different people right now and get two different answers.
Yeah.
I'll find the clip
Do you
later.
have any more queries you'd like to do? You literally have a lot of months to go with.
Yeah. Where is Mitchell Graves headed at, or where was he headed after he kidnapped Liz?
Pluto.
Hmm?
Pluto.
Oh, great.
I mean, you knew he was going to go break him out. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
Also, one of the first questions he asked is Mitchell Graves still, or not Mitchell Graves, is Willis still in prison? And the answer was eventually no. Which reminds me, we're gonna have to deal with that.
Oh, trust me, somebody's getting their spine ripped out.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one at this point.
Honestly, same.
Whether it be Mitchell or...
Oh no, it's gonna be Willis.
What, not willing to go against the Godbound and murder?
Oh no, he's not getting his spine ripped out. He's just gonna get his throat crushed, and I'm gonna watch as he chokes to death on his own blood.
Damn.
Willis is getting his spine ripped out because I specifically told him if I ever saw him outside of Pluto, I would kill him. I'm gonna keep that promise.
Yeah, that is true. And Ryan ain't gonna stop you. Ain't gonna stop you not like he
Considering
could.
that query happened during month 1, Shiv will have alerted the party that Willis has at least escaped confinement. Whether or not he and Mitchell Graves got off the planet after that is another problem entirely.
Hold on, if you're gonna actually do that one, can I give you a different...
I'm gonna give you up to 5 queries today. Come on. Let's go.
Hold on. There's actually a... Hear me out, okay? There's actually a, I gotta find, hold on. It's under time. And then there's actually one that you can be constantly using.
The time has prophetic insight. Time has a lot of things.
Okay, so do the gift of the hand on the balance. You can choose a single visible target or object. Oh, it has to be visible.
Invisible. Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say, if it didn't have to be visible, you could target Willis on it, and then you'd immediately know when he were to escape prison. Going up.
No, I had originally considered that while we were still in the underground. Like, that's why Irresistible Query is kind of useful. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting question now that I think about it. Was anybody else released when Mitchell Graves did his jailbreak?
Yes.
Oh, good. The Emperor's got its work cut out for him. That's 4, so 5. Any
Who else was
potential
released?
allies of Mitchell Graves and Willis? Were they released?
Potential allies
Allies to Mitchell Graves and Willis.
to both of them?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so that narrows down why other things were released during the jailbreak.
Probably just during a riot.
Things went to hell. Prisoners suddenly took over. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, no, they caused a riot to help him get him out. He just didn't care if anybody else got released.
There. Well, that's 5.
I mean, that's the potential. It's not guaranteed what happened.
No, you had one more.
That was 5, wasn't it?
You had Beppo, Blingiel, Mitchell, and Release. You have one more.
Okay, so I'm just bad at counting. Good to know. You
Did he just cut out?
Yep.
Yep.
really?
Sure
Yep.
did.
Did I just peek my own mic despite the fact that I was talking quietly?
Let me guess, you're gonna ask us if we have any questions?
Yes.
I guess mine would be who else was released?
That's more of a loaded question.
That's a loaded question. I'll give you another chance.
Just considering we know for a fact that Pluto is maximum security.
How is it loaded? He said who else, not who was released.
Yeah, fair.
Because we know Willis, but who else? Because you did specifically say someone else was released as well.
No, I asked if others, plural, were released, so... That's
Others
Who
were
else?
released.
Yeah. I
Like
guess,
specifically who?
Top 3 people.
Top 3 people. Okay. Bad Kitty.
Oh boy. Well, was wondering when that name was going to come up again.
Wait, what? It's
Bad Kitty.
That's one. Willis was released.
We know
And,
why he's dangerous.
and oh my god. What's the name of that character?
Meanwhile, Karsa has to go through her list of names.
Yes. And Celeste. Now, Celeste is an interesting person.
Yeah, because I remember that character.
Uh-huh. So we'll see how
I don't.
that goes.
More on that later. Quite literally in this case.
I don't even know who the fuck Bad Kitty is.
Really?
No.
And that
We
must
weren't
have
in
been one of
Second
the
Life.
And
Yeah.
It was also explained
wasn't.
outside of it.
Vaguely,
I probably
Yes.
wasn't in here.
because I
Yeah, I was about to
asked.
say it was probably one of the sessions you missed.
I also didn't want information specifically for reasons like this.
Anyway, Bad Kitty, Willis, and Celeste.
Well, Shiv starts making a hit list. And then gets back to his work. Man, at some point, I should just write a description of what Shiv's little office space looks like.
Yeah, you should.
not?
Why not? Alright, well, that is your 5 questions. No more. The universe is shut down for you.
Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. Alright, it is Ignis's turn. We are on month... Well, have you done month 3?
Yeah, I was the only one who didn't.
Month 4.
Can't you get another success?
Are you muted? You might be, because nobody's hearing you.
I'm not hearing.
He died.
You back? There we go. Month 4.
Sorry about that. Discord wasn't talking.
I need to turn you up.
Yeah, you're still really quiet.
I have you on. I have you on 200% volume. Crap. Meanwhile, everybody's got me on like 40.
We're getting those things real quick, see if I can increase my output.
Give it a rush, he's got Captain.
You give her a roll, she's caught, and you don't have the power.
Is that better?
Yes. Much.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright. And to do action sheet. For month 4. Well, first things first, I will attempt to build strength and probably fail spectacularly.
Oh, hey, I finally got a success.
Hey, congratulations.
And you have failed.
Put your hail in my
of-
chat an hour ago.
What's up?
I'm just saying,
Man.
don't you hail in my chat an hour ago?
the join noise was really freaking delayed for you
Yeah.
coming in.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, we'll deal with this once it gets to your turn now.
We can just do it in between Ignis's and mine.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And for my external action, I will offer interest to Cormac's Sunblood Covenant, offering to help with the Exodus, to help organize them and whatnot. Help facilitate the migration.
As much as I want to say no, I don't think I have a reason. I don't think I have like a legitimate reason to.
Especially if they're trying to help you get out faster.
Nah, well, his reason is I don't trust the corpo.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But I don't think I have a legitimate mechanical reason to say no.
You don't want to be indebted to the corpo.
No, you basically if you want to say no, you have to pick one of your features and say why.
Fair enough.
And because mine are currently up in the air because I have to redo them because I misunderstood the assignment when I first wrote them, I basically can't say no.
It's a powerful site.
I mean, if you want to say no, Ignis will back off on it. It is leave you to your own devices. We don't have to get facts involved for this particular case.
He says come back in a month.
Okay.
Go away and come back tomorrow.
Okay.
In that case, I will extend an additional point of interest towards Riley's site secure in that case.
So you're going to Riley now. Anything particular you wanting to do?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. So, another short and sweet one.
Okay. Riley, do you accept?
Let me think about that, maybe.
You already did once.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Anything you would like to do this month? Ignis, as yourself?
Sure, actually. I will attempt to move the Tournament of Legacies forwards a month, because there's no guarantee I'll be able to get it done once martial law gets put in place. Well, I still could, but I'd rather not cause more.
Have you shared with everybody that there is going to be martial law? Or does Shiv not know?
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll shoot out a text to everyone. I think Riley was also there, right?
Riley was
Yeah.
there.
All right, yeah. I'll shoot everyone a warning that's like the Open City Council isn't planning on imposing martial law in the near future.
Shiv will send 2 thumbs up emojis.
Okay.
It's just you get a confused Ignis emoji back.
Fucking Zoomers.
You know, let's be fair. Ignis has the money and has been around that long. There could be an Opus exclusive emoji that's just his face, with like 3 question marks above his head, and it's animated. It's the only animated emoji there is, because he's demonstrating his wealth.
I mean, even if there wasn't, Shiv and Riley could both make it happen, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, so
Wow.
during the month, Ignis will be at the Coliseum renovating it to try and fit the amount of people he wants to be seated at the stands.
Okay.
These are not going to be comfy chairs, but they will be functional.
Nah, man, they're gonna be like airplane chairs. Gotta get as many people in as possible.
Like
I
said, not
believe
comfy,
very
but they are functional.
comfortably you could get a good 1,000 in there. Uncomfortably you get about 5,000 in there.
The goal is to get the entirety of the Dragoon population of Opus.
Well, that's I'm assuming slightly less.
Also slightly harder because they're bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get.
The worst case scenario, we will just remove all the seats and they will stand.
You're gonna be removing the seats.
I mean, potentially you could get Raiden to help you out too. On it.
These guys are like 7 foot tall and built like brick shithouse.
Out of interest, what is the physical difference between average humanoid size and Dragoon?
Dragoon is 7 to 8 feet taller.
It's like the difference
tall.
between like Warcraft human and Warcraft orc.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Like I said, like 7 feet tall and built like a brick shithouse.
I mean, they don't quite hit the large size. They're like right on the cusp of it.
They're like Helios tall.
I'm being AFK'd. Of course I am.
Well, Helios was a half orc, so it makes sense.
I mean, and Helios was like 7 feet.
So yes. So they're rather large, but they're not large in the sense of most things.
They are narratively large, not mechanically large.
Yeah.
Right.
So
They're the person that if you saw them in a dark alley, you'd probably be running the other way.
you managed to take off all the seats from the Coliseum.
In like 2 minutes as you just fly around.
I mean, he has got a mic.
Nah, man, he just breath weapons all the seats out of the way.
You get the mental image of seats just flying out of a window.
And your secretary has sent out information to all the Dragoons
Fair enough.
of who you gave the information of. You probably would have got it through a census.
A census?
A census.
Well, good thing he's high up in the government.
Yeah.
do not. Is that a name I should recognize?
No, a census, as in like a government.
Oh.
A census.
That's what I said! Good thing you're high up in the government!
Yeah, but if it was a person in the government, your comment would still make sense.
True. But
Damn
a
it.
census.
Fair enough. That's initially I was gonna have a blood scale go and rally them up since he was at least a prominent territorial leader in the Dragoon communities, I believe. But
Well,
it's
you
been a
can
while
have
since
his
we-
help too.
Yeah.
So
And then
blood
in the
scales.
event that martial law does happen before this thing gets off the ground, I will ensure to find an exemption for the event.
You give everybody a piece of paper that has your stamp on it.
Let's see how many dragoons actually showed up.
Just like how during the pandemic, us essential employees had to carry a piece of paper for like the first fucking month.
The fuck are you talking about? I'd carry shit.
I don't care shit either.
Had to, because my state enacted a curfew.
Okay, well, 93
Delicious.
dragoons showed up. Will
That's
show up. 93. Well,
93%.
93% of the dragoons showed up.
Alright.
Which happens to be like 4.
We'll
One
get the
dude's
other 7% later, but that's a good starting point.
The other percent are like, wait
In
a
a
minute,
co-
this is a tournament happening in this arena. We're gonna do.
And then we'll come back to that in month 5 once it's actually off the ground. Because for now, they can spend the month this game ready for it.
Okay. Alright. Riley, it is your turn.
Is not back.
He
No.
is not back. Okay.
Damn.
Cormac, it's your turn.
All right, so month 4 is going to be eventful because I have some changes to the sheet I got to make. So my original problems, whatever the fuck you want to call them. One of them I'm keeping. It is the Sun's Blood is hot-headed and prone to starting conflicts. I think that meshes with Korvac as a cult leader. He kind of does the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I'm going to keep. But the Sun's Blood is short-sighted and often leaves things half-finished and rushed. I don't think that would fit with like the tenets he would put down as like, dude, you guys got to do this. I'm not asking much, just follow like these things. Fortunately, that second one I'm kind of having a little issue coming up with. Because and like the only reason I bring it up now is because I kind of want to roundtable it, just get some opinions from you guys because I'm having issues coming up with it. Is the second one, like, I kind of want to go put the problem along the lines of Korvac's thing of like, I'm not gonna fuck with you if you don't fuck with me first. But I don't really see that having a trouble on it. Yeah, never mind.
I mean, you could always do hot-headed.
I already have that.
Fair. What trouble level are you going for?
2.
And you've already got one with the hot-headed?
Yeah.
You could do something regarding the fact that due to the nature of your creed, they are very disorganized and have trouble unifying under one banner, as it were.
Yeah? Because, I mean...
you
All right,
don't
no, I
actually
like
have
that.
a unified creed.
Prone to internal power struggles. I actually like this.
Because, I mean, it does kind of make sense. I mean, they were gang members, correct me if I'm wrong?
No, not all of them. Yeah, I'm going with prone to internal power struggles.
Prone internal
Inner circle.
powers.
Cormac's inner circle were former gang members. The other people are just people who saw him and said, "Hi, we like you. Let us follow you and worship
Yeah.
you." And Cormac is like, "What the
All
fuck?
right.
Okay."
And then we will be building powered. Hopefully, don't fail because I need 2 to do the last couple things I want. We did not.
You did.
You succeeded. Well done.
We will put our 4th point of interest into the workers' union.
Workers Union. Okay.
Yeah, because month 5, our last one, it is going to be attack arrival. We are attacking, quote unquote, the workers' union to basically convince them to leave.
Who the fuck are the workers union?
The guys I've been talking to in the city. Basically, Cormac has been going into the city, trying to convince as many people in the outer circles to leave as he can. And we've I've kind of just given Carson described them as like the blue collar workers and like the unions, so I kind of just gave them a generic title of workers union.
Which works just fine.
I needed something to call them on my sheet.
That's fine. Workers Union can have. You're gonna convince them to
sense.
leave.
Yeah. And basically, I'm using the attack arrival to fill that. Because basically, by using attack arrival, I'm trying to destroy their cohesion, to like destroy the faction, to basically make them do what I want.
So you put it. So let me guess that what you already started talking to some of them, and you're starting to bring in dissension. And on the 5th, when you arrive, you will just basically break them into pieces.
Again, I'm using the attack arrival action. I'm not actually attacking them. This is like my final push to get them out.
Attacking them. You're gonna be basically dismantling the union.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Anything you're gonna do this month for yourself?
Yes, actually, a couple things. Well, no, just one for now.
Okay.
So this is a huge Dominion project that Cormac and Kaya have been working on over the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way this would not be impossible, so I'm not even going to try to ask for anything lower.
Okay.
So, and it will be a scope of 2, because I want people to be able to, I want it to have, to encompass more space so people can, so there's room to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, it is an 8 Dominion project.
Eek.
That I am paying completely on my own. I have 9. Basically spending everything on this. So
wow.
Over the time, between their combined sun powers, Cormac's endurance and Kaya's fertility, they have been focusing on the plant life in the area. And they have altered the photosynthesis of the plants in a way that the plants will now store basically electrical energy in them, and the plants are now how Rebels Rise, or at least Cormac's side of it, get their electricity, as people can just jack into them, as the plants will now store the electricity and use it as if they were batteries and capacitors and generators.
I like it.
Yeah, consider we already have electric
You know what?
rocks.
You know what? Actually, can I throw in Raiden's help with it too? Because I mean, I did say Raiden was going to make some kind of like renewable energy source.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this planet already has electric rocks.
Well, no, one that,
I mean, like,
one
go
that
ahead,
I can
go ahead and keep your Dominion
continuously
for something else, man. Like, it'll be big enough that you'll be able to benefit from it. Like I said, it's scope 2, which is the same area we made for the.
Well, it's
zone.
like because Raiden plans on putting harnessing some kind of energy source for the hammer and the train.
You're doing that with the dwarves.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for it though, or what exactly energy source I'm gonna do. Probably some thermal.
Power generator. You have a volcano.
You do. You have a volcano.
Yeah, but I can't make it portable. Or can I? How long? I gotta think now.
You'd be very.
And with in addition to with changing the plant like this, some of the plants in the area have gotten big enough that people have started living inside them. Cormac's cult has weirdly, in a weird sense, gone more in a natural route. They still use stone, they still use metal wiring and all that for certain things. Like specifically, like the schools and the hospitals are brick and mortar, and they're built using like more traditional modern means, or they're going to, or they are
that's
currently.
Interesting. Natural route, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. I was expecting that from Mira, but not from you.
In a weird sense, Cormac wasn't really expecting it from himself either, but living outside the city, he's kind of like, you know what, this is nice. I kind of like this.
You don't have voices in your head.
Yeah, I'm not you. But yeah,
You don't have a giant space creature giving you the intrusive thoughts.
That's...
if it tries, it'll get the intrusive thought of fist through brain. It'll get an actual intrusive thought.
We've already had this conversation.
Opus is brought up.
Yeah.
The worst of intrusive thoughts, the ones that actually cause your brain to explode. They become extrusive. What? It's a word.
Anyway.
Probably. Who cares? It is now.
So we're gonna have people living inside the plants, like we were gonna have people live inside the mushrooms.
Yeah.
We're gonna have electrophoresis in the plants, and we're gonna be having more of a natural route.
Yeah, again, with the exception of like the specific buildings, like the hospitals and schools, those will be brick and mortar. Specifically because I'm bringing in people from other factions to kind of run those in a way. I'm like, I want to make sure that they are at home with their things, or not at home, but they are comfortable in the working environment. Because I would expect the librarians to walk into a thing and be like, how do I power my iPad? What do you mean I plug it into the tree?
Even for the librarians, this kind of thing probably wouldn't be too extraneously strange, considering they knew we were living in a giant jellyfish.
Yep, but as far as they were concerned, for the most part, they were living in a modern city that worked on modern rules. They were living in the Matrix.
Basically.
Yeah, open up the Matrix, and now what are you gonna do?
They leave the Matrix like, what do you mean we jack in the trees? How is leaving the Matrix more absurd than being in it? Oh, somebody died. That's probably Nav.
Nav.
Probably went AFK, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting AFK'd.
I'm gonna have to go back to him for his part of the month.
Yeah, alright, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Alright, month 5, guys.
Month 5. Alright.
This is the last one, right?
It's the last month.
Did I do my month? Yeah, no, I did my month 5. No, did I do my month 4?
No, you did.
You did your month 4.
You did month 4. I've been keeping an track of it all.
We opened up with my month 3, and then we went at everybody's month 4.
Gotcha.
So we're now in month 5. Is there anything specific, Riley, or not Raiden, would you like to do for yourself? Because you were the only one who didn't get that chance for month 4.
I mean, keep on. I mean, month 4, finish the train.
So you're gonna finish the train.
Month 4 was finishing the train. Like, we're talking 100% finished.
Right. All right. Now we're on to month 5. Do your roll.
Okay, month 5, I know what I'm doing.
You need to also add your troubles or subtract your troubles. Do they think? Didn't your trouble go up by 1?
Yeah, I did. And I still get power.
All right.
Because fuck you.
What are you doing for your 5th month? Now, you were supposed to spend a little time dealing with the dwarves.
Yeah, that's where Raiden... So, that is exactly what Raiden is going to do. He's going to extend the interest, again, back to the dwarves. And what Raiden is going to do... Specifically, he's going to show up with the train and the other dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
And because the other thing is that hopefully at this point they trust him enough to let him actually build that power source for between both of them.
All right.
And
Well,
that's what
what kind of things were you doing with these dwarves to make them feel like they could trust you?
Well, teaching them other things like, hey, considering like I know I think dwarf, I think like how they've been underground for so long that they've either stagnated technology-wise, considering they're still doing steampunk, as you would put it,
Mm-hmm.
or they have developed but at a slower rate.
Something like that.
And Raiden is showing the ones that have actually went with him what he is capable of doing with the current technology at the point.
What particular technology do you show them?
I mean, what do you think they're riding on?
Besides the train, what else?
The planetary defense cannons. The massive blast furnaces. Or no, they're not even blast furnaces. I forget. They're arc furnaces. That's what they were.
Okay, let's go back to the planetary cannons. Number 1. I've already been told that they don't want to be dealing with another war. They're gonna ask you how are they to know that you're not going to use that against the planet, other people on the planet?
I mean, simply enough, they're not what the power source is. Specifically, the power source that we plan on building isn't going to be used for them. Those cannons? I've told you what's coming. And they are coming. They're almost here, actually, from the Judgment, I think it was. Anyways, those cannons are going to be used against them.
Okay.
So, what better way of defending the place? Was that a die I just heard?
It might have been.
Probably.
All right. Yes,
I'm like-
it was a die.
God damn it. I knew it.
Luckily for you, you did prove that you were trustworthy enough, and with extending the interest this time around, you do manage to get the dwarves to begin to move towards your direction.
And with that, It's so officially, are the dwarves part of Raiden's cult? Officially at that
Unofficially.
point? Okay, unofficially, officially, got it. Officially, unofficially? I don't know, unofficially.
Unofficially.
Alright.
It will all depend on what happens during the war.
Gotcha.
So,
Well,
but you were successful in gaining trust.
and now we can build the power source.
Yes.
And that is what Raiden is going to be spending time with, because like the others are going to be like asking where the hell Raiden is, because like Raiden and the other Mixisms don't even like the other Mixisms technically, other than like the council, Mixism council, know where Raiden's at, but other than that,
This is the 5th month. What are you doing with your with the Mixisms? Are they still in the city, or are they
they're none of
They're
them are in the
out.
city.
okay?
They're near the volcano.
Association
them
of
are in the city.
Dwarven Contractors.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, I actually kind of like that. ADC.
Hey, do you see?
Well, no, it kind of reminds me of ABC Rail.
Yeah.
Kinda.
All right.
That's why I like it though.
Complain about their role is weak. You will be having troubles anytime, and I will say that this is a trouble you will have with them. Anytime you want them to build something that can act as a nuclear reactor that can blow people up, you will have dissension.
Raiden can build that himself, and Raiden is a walking nuclear reactor.
Well, I'm just saying that anytime normally, dwarves will be happy to build, but they're not going to build this time for war.
And I mean, that's not. I mean, like I said, Raiden only plans on building for defense, and especially when it comes for the train and all that. And if Raiden needs to build something for along the line of that, he won't ask the dwarves to do it.
It's unusual that the dwarves would be this way, but they are. They've seen too much shit. Yeah, so that is your trouble that you will have with that group. Alright. Riley, we have month 4 and month 5 to do. So, let's look at your...
PMC in the meantime.
Shiv has also extended interest, or rather reciprocated the extension of interest to Riley.
Right. We got to cut in because Shiv's month 4 external election has an asterisk. Because unfortunately, you got AFK, or you could not answer yes or no to Shiv extending interest to you, Riley.
I mean, what form does the interest take?
Honestly,
we talked about this, Shiv.
Yeah, and I've already forgotten what we talked about, but it's...
God!
Helping, dude, okay, wait here.
Can I give a free -2 to Shiv? Because this was like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. One dude, it was your programmer staying over on his end to help run the augment, the VR.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's what it was.
With your 60 free out, also your 60 free hours of...
No, you said 90. You said 90.
Right, 90 hours.
All right, to clear this up, Riley. Basically, his interest was he was going to leave behind a couple librarians to maintain, enhance, and fix the VR environment.
Well, we'll set aside a room with some fuzzy toys and the BBC micros.
No. What you do is you somehow source some rubber ducks.
Well, yeah, there's a few rubber duckies. There's a bald man killing everyone in the background. I'm making a Hitman joke here. Shut up,
Yep.
Shiv.
I mean, right?
Yeah, there's a rubber briefcase.
No, that's not random. That's just Raiden.
Just Ryan just peers out of nowhere, just walking in, just walks back out with something.
No,
I mean, to be fair, I'm
the homing
probably gonna
briefcase,
get
which-
him to make me a homing briefcase.
I mean, it would be artifact because that is just like that entire thing is just like one bow gift.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, we'd sort of spoken about that before.
Yeah, it was
That's
the
the
your
idea.
weapons that explode after.
No, I'm meaning about like the thing between my group and Shiv's. Like, I mean, we literally had that thing before where if either one of us is in a location, we can technically consider security on what we're accessing to be God tier.
Right.
Of course, this all
So,
led to
like, obviously, yeah. Yeah,
course.
yeah, I accept the assistance.
Okay, so you accept the assistance there for Shiv. You do get what you asked for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have spent 2 months protecting the nerds in their boot farm.
Right. So, Riley, now that you have, what are you going to be doing for your external?
Well, at this point,
Have
the
you
area-
rolled to gain power at all?
What?
exploding kittens.
He's already done his roll for that.
For month 5?
Not for month 5, but for month 4. We're still on month 4 with him,
Oh, you're right.
with her.
well, the general thing would be is for yeah, for the internal, yeah, it would be the build power thing because really there's nothing else at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The external, however, is since this is like month 4, there should be a fair number of people have moved to the area that Cormac's setting up. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, does he actively have the medical stuff set up? Because I know he was getting one of the NPCs
He was
over
actually
to, like, oversee
getting the
that.
NPCs over there, and
Yeah,
he
would
did
that
get
stuff
2
be
of them
on
over
the go
there.
by now? Would that stuff be like active in his area now?
Preparing, yeah.
Right, because one of the things that I had noted down is basically it helps both of us because we, like, my people need training and shit like that. And good way to train up medical stuff is literally send them to a place where people might need medical assistance.
Mm-hmm.
And because technically speaking, Cormac's area is like sort of more difficult to live in. I know he's eased it a lot.
He's made it much different. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
like someone
livable.
could still potentially burn their face off in a magma flow or something.
Oh, the biggest issue is the wild animals.
Yeah. So essentially, what my action would be is I'm basically going to collect up a bunch of the medical corps and that, and send them out there to assist as needed.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we can take that off the list. I actually need to bring up my.
So I believe that
My
medical
group
corps
here.
then would be talking to Jill.
Our Dr.
And-
Sonia.
or Dr. Sonia.
Yeah, I mean, the basic thing would be they would get assembled and be told, right, you know that guy you're not allowed to shoot. You're to go and talk to him and tell him that I've sent you there to aid with any medical stuff that's going on. So essentially, you know, a whole bunch of armed medics walk up to Cormac and be like, hi, we got sent here. What do we do?
Why are you here?
We got sent here. We're supposed to do medical.
Okay, which one of you has the papers?
You'd probably get some like lanky streak of piss step forward, or like probably paranoid you might murder him or something. Like here.
Reads
He
over
hands
it.
it over and just books
Get-
it the other direction.
No, just
he
reads
doesn't
it
even
over.
Step up. He just gets pushed forward.
Yeah, the
No, everybody else
rookie gets
takes a
pushed
step
out.
back.
Yeah.
Corey, take it, read it. Yeah, that's fine. Go talk to, go over there, go follow, or fuck, just follow me.
Yeah, they do so.
As far as Korvag's side of Rebels Rise go, it's kind of hard to navigate because he doesn't believe, or the people who are building it don't believe in the civic engineering thing of building things in squares.
Oh joy.
You know, it's kind of funny that because strictly speaking, that does make an area more defendable.
Do they build it in triangles instead?
No, it's
they
just
build it in circles.
no.
It's so
no,
natural, it
you-
isn't
you-
funny.
You ever go to one of those like upper class suburbs where getting anywhere is a pain in the ass? It's kind of like that, but everywhere.
It's like my town's historical district.
Yeah. So he'll lead him over to the bed, have Jill and Dr. Sonia paged up, provided they're both here.
Yeah, they're there.
All right.
You got them
Yeah.
like the third month is what you got them for.
You're just gonna talk to these two. They'll set you up. You, rookie. Why are you scared?
You know what? Let's say he knew all this. He'd heard all the stuff on the TV about the terrorist mass murderer, and hadn't paid attention to the amount of people saying, "Actually, the guy's all right." You know, as long as you don't actively try and kill him, he doesn't care.
Even out here, I still gotta put up with that bullshit. And he snaps his fingers. I should go get a couple journalists.
Well,
That's actually a really good. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, Rebels Media or something. Yeah, like 8 o'clock on Rebels News. The volcano still hasn't exploded. Everyone's still alive.
He's gonna clap the rookie on the
It's gonna
shoulder
clap it
and basically
all
watch him almost pass out. Thanks for the idea.
I can imagine how you.
Jill will
He
respond
pisses
with the,
himself.
as soon as she sees him pass out. Alright, you show us what you can do.
I can imagine now. You put your hand on him. He probably just like he's about to piss himself.
Like, he
And
just
you
passes
said-
out.
he pisses himself. His eyes roll to the back of his head, and he just goes. "Ah."
It's like, you know, it's just imagine now. You walk up to him, put your hand on his shoulder. He pisses himself. You know, it's actually a good idea. And then he just fucking faints.
Riley, you'll get a text message back. Hey, I looked over that paperwork. I got some people looking into it. It's probably fine. By the way, your rookie passed out.
You just got a message back saying,
Which
Well,
one?
well, let's call it psychic training. You know, will training.
It's psychological training.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I was just letting you know in case you could just, if he quits, you know why.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright. That's funny. We are now on the 5th month for you, Riley.
Armaguard spur sharp.
Mm-hmm. The spaceship actually shows up. It's a pretty nice spaceship. I don't have a picture of it yet. You sent me a picture of it.
I did.
Now she's gotta find it.
Yeah.
It's that.
not difficult.
It's in that folder over there in that one drive on the computer over there.
Okay, so you look on Discord, you click on direct messages, you click on my name, and you look back one message.
I got it. All right. Real quick, we'll add it to, let's see, we'll upload it. I have too many pictures.
Skill issue?
Yeah, issue of not taking care of my pictures. What's the name of this one? There it is. Got it.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, Ryland's people are in the same area with Cormac's people, yeah?
See,
Yeah, they're next door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally next door.
They're like, so like divide the volcano by half. Ryden's cult is on one side, Cormac's is on the other.
Alright, is it east side versus west side or north side versus south side?
I'd say more like northeast versus southwest.
I don't know.
Well, there's a problem because I'm allied with the southeast.
Well, nobody handed me a map, so I can't tell you what cardinal direction's what.
Oh, Chris, I'm now just immediately picturing that scene in Ali G in the house where you've got the two groups of twats driving along the road, and they're like stopping at the zebra crossings, and you got them sitting there shouting across the like 3 feet gap between the cars about how east side is the best, west side is the best.
I mean, this is all just also going to lead to us having to do a massive electrical chain of people.
All right, so we have the hammer. If you can see it on there, there's your hammer. Can you tell us a little bit about this ship?
Yeah, it's a 16 by 9 render. So it's not square and looks
Oh,
all
you
square.
fixed it. You fixed it.
I did.
Okay. Fine.
I hate Roll20 assuming everything should be square.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because it's not. Yeah, exactly. You're a square.
Okay,
Rectangle,
so
it's a spaceship. It goes whoosh.
In space, specifically.
Yeah.
you had a whole idea of how you wanted it to look like. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome in. Whole idea of what you wanted it to look like.
Yeah, and then we stopped playing that space game where you make spaceships.
Yeah.
Space engineers?
No.
You had
Starfield?
it. You had it where we were.
Avorian.
We were playing Avorian.
That's the one, yeah, Avorian. I couldn't remember the name of it.
You wanted it to be able so that they could fly into an area and then land there.
On the hangar bay, yeah.
Yeah, in the hangar bay, and then you wanted a control area. I know that. A bridge. Yes, sorry. Words. What else did you want?
Well, yeah, the general idea of the hammer is that, well, it used to be called, it was originally called the Kopesh, because that's sort of how it was going to be designed to look like a Khopesh from the side. Mainly because, like, for all the Khopesh is an Egyptian weapon, a specific type of sword. However, it is also specifically cultural-wise, it's seen as a embodiment of power.
Correct.
Which is why I was originally going to go for something like that, because it was supposed to look like a Khopesh with a side. However, as I say, we stopped playing Avorion. Plus, that game's building system is kinda difficult to really do anything with nice details.
Right.
So I decided to take a bunch of assets I had, mash them into this, and add some other stuff here and there. Because yeah, it doesn't really need to be fancy, because I mean, technically speaking, the Borg cube is like the most efficient spaceship. It just is. So yeah, nothing particularly fancy. The hammer is intended to be an orbital defense platform.
Okay.
It sits in orbit. It doesn't attack ground positions. It sits in orbit and can launch multiple ground craft to take personnel to ground level. Probably big enough that it could take a couple tanks, or like maybe not like full-on battle tanks, but definitely like IFV size stuff. I mean, for relevance, the like dropships would probably be about the size of like a Halo Pelican.
Oh,
Which,
dude,
I
you
mean,
can just ratchet a tank on the bottom and have it drop it off.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not doing full-on ground invasion scale stuff from this ship. Maybe if there was 10 of them, you could do that, but no, from one. One's all we really need.
One ship cannot take a planet. I don't care what it is.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's my point. As sci-fi, we're not doing ground commander stuff.
Basically,
Yeah,
you're
that's for-
protecting the skies.
Yes, that's the general idea. Like, if there is a problem, like let's say we've got a big battle force heading across the ground for some baffling reason towards Opus, like the hammer could position itself in orbit and basically bombard the area. That wouldn't really do a lot of terrain damage, but would definitely be able to make a sizable dent in any kind of ground force.
It's a
heading
planetary A10.
Now, is there anything
no,
that you're going to
AC-130.
use your Dominion on this ship of any sort?
Hmm?
Are you going to use your Dominion on any of this ship?
Are you changing it at all?
No, I mean, why would I be changing it? Like the
Better
I mean,
power?
Are you adding divine shit to it?
I don't know what kind of divine shit I could add to it.
Fair enough. You can do it later.
Okay.
Yeah. You can have Ryan help you with it, because just, hey, I need this done. Okay.
Alright. Let's roll for your strength for the 5th month.
Yeah, it's just the power die, isn't it?
The action guy, yeah.
Oh my god, you better roll at least a 4. Damn.
You got a 2.
No.
You guys all
Right.
got distracted by like dirty magazines and whatnot.
No, they got distracted about the spaceship. They're like, oh my god, we're going into space?
You've literally got a room full of people doing the space core. They're all running around going,
Yeah, well, I would imagine like the problems would come in with them going from ground to space. Some of them get a little loopy.
Yeah.
Jet lag,
yeah,
of a sense.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weapons grade jet lag makes
Weapons-
complete sense for there.
That makes a good trouble for you.
Yeah, because I mean, it is quite far away considering Geosync is quite a distance.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's something like 40,000 miles up you need to be for Geosync with us.
Sure.
It's quite a distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so some people were eating mushrooms and having the hallucinations, and then some of them made the mistake of looking up whilst in space, not realizing that, technically speaking, every direction is up when you're in space.
Some people just had an existential crisis.
Yep. The ego was not there to protect the id when it realized just how small and insignificant they were.
But then you have that one guy, the one guy that looked at the planet and goes, "Huh, that's cool."
He looks back at it and he's like, "Huh, the monkey brain part is activating. That is the weirdest shaped banana I've ever seen."
Okay, so let's go on and do the external.
Now, do I have anything that needs to be done considering I failed the power roll, or it's just
No.
I failed it, move on?
You
Okay.
just don't get the
You
minion.
don't get your Dominion.
Okay.
That's the one roll that you can fail and nothing bad happens.
Wait. So, external action. What could we do? Well, I mean, we could do a bombardment training on Shiv's area. Yeah,
Fine, I put all of my Dominion into making everything explosion proof.
Okay, that's fine. We do a danger close and we blow up the ground.
Good news, you're no longer living in a cave.
Yeah.
Now it's a crater.
Wow.
Crater.
No, it will be after the hammer blows the roof out.
I mean, it's short. Like, actually, I don't have it in short. Ignore me.
I think the external action is we'll just continue with the aiding stuff at the moment. I don't think there's really.
I mean, you could extend interest to like SOB. He's got military interests.
Technically, he should be extended interest to me.
What?
I mean, fair, I guess.
I mean, there's also the fact that we're not like an actual frontline force. We are a defensive force.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do you think we are, Blackwater?
Well, we'll get into SOBs
You gotta hold the line.
in a little while. So you're just gonna have aiding others
Pretty
as your
much.
external. Alright. Who does that leave?
For month 5, everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You know what? For the external, what we're going to do is we're going to lift everyone who's now super bored, sitting around with Shiv and a bunch of nerds. They're going to go over for reasons of just aiding in general, like keeping folks safe and stuff, with Raiden's group, because I know he's got a lot of civilian population with him.
Okay, so Shiv, you lose all those people who were helping.
Well, no, he's just extending interest in another faction. You can do that.
Basically, Site Secure has a stretch of like however many miles it is between Nepi and the fucking volcano.
No, just a
Alright.
bunch of dudes pick up and head across there to, aid with keeping people safe in their day-to-day lives.
So, Ryan, are you gonna accept the interest, or are you gonna be like, no, fuck you?
I mean, are we on month 5 right now for it?
Yes.
We are
Yeah.
on month 5.
Wait, so technically yes, but if you're going to be looking for Raiden is not there.
Well, it's faction to faction. They don't have to find you specifically.
No, fair. Yeah, they'll accept.
Yeah, because their main thing is literally just like, with wildlife and such, just keep the civilian populace from getting
Breathing.
injured. Yeah, keep people breathing and all that. General
What if-
assistance work, but
but what if they
flavor
don't-
does garden.
But what if they don't want to be breathing? What if they want to be dumb and American?
Well, that's why we have the PsyOps Corps who are currently working on some dodgy They Live style advertisements. Where when you put the glasses on, instead of seeing a giant skeletal zombie face telling you to buy product and consume product, it tells you every single piece required, right? Every single step that your body goes through to breathe.
All right.
We are in fact psychically assaulting people with the manual breathing trope.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, Raiden, it is your month.
Month 5 already discussed what we were doing. And I thought we
Okay.
I already did my month 5.
Okay, so is everybody else then.
It's because I had to AFK, so we had
yeah.
we had to jump back a couple months there for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I thought Raiden already did his. Because we build in the power source, month 5.
Okay.
And we slapping it in the train first.
3, 4. Okay. Yeah, we did. All right. So you have already been done. Div.
Let's see if we can get at least one more Dominion. We can. Woohoo! It's 4 faction Dominion. Well, 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
It isn't too bad.
External.
Okay, so the hammer is also gonna be geosynced roughly in the spot directly between each faction area. Opposite self, so as much of the populated areas are within the defensive zone. Okay. Makes sense.
But yeah, because fairly soon we're gonna have stuff happening.
Yep. Which we will be dealing with next week.
Yeah.
So I'm finishing up this part, and we may be stopping early today, but we will be, next week, we will be getting into the big crux of what's going to happen.
Okay.
I've already extended interest to all the Ascended, except for Kira, because Kira is not around.
Yeah.
So, gotta think of something external to do.
Well, you probably should do something for your city.
One second, gotta get back to the,
Like an exact change or something.
I mean, he already did the build strength.
Yeah, and there's... Honestly, outside of keeping them eggheads, there's really not much I can think to do with them. Suppose I could turn them into, like, strategists, but... that falls under being incredibly smart.
Okay, I'm hating myself for having to make this suggestion, but you are an information cult, yes?
See?
You do know we have this thing called spying, scouting, information gathering.
Espionage.
Yeah.
I suppose I could enact a change.
Then you would have to lose that Dominion you just got, because that's an internal action.
Oh. Never mind then.
I mean,
go
go ahead. I'd
wouldn't-
go ahead and do it, dude. You have you'd have 3 Dominion. No, you'd have 4. You'd have 2.
4, he's succeeded all of his.
All but one.
somehow.
Well, 16% of the time.
True. Screw it. I'll enact the change and make them good at espionage. I just roll the
Alright.
power die and see if I succeed again, right?
Yep. All right, but now you have to add an additional trouble to yourself.
Yep.
So, what trouble are we gonna go with?
I mean,
These guys literally just escaped from having to deal in secrets.
Your guys
Okay.
are never escaping secrets. That's literally one of your original raison d'etre.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, you know what the problem is, right? The problem is you send a whole bunch of eggheads over to ask my guys for training and how to do espionage, and then they have to deal with the psychic damage of being laughed at.
I'll
They're
just
like,
say,
wait, you're serious? Like, we're
I mean-
literally doing the J. Jonah Jameson meme.
I was gonna either say that or disorganized.
Well-
Disorganized information.
you're setting your guys up as basically just being brains, right?
Yeah.
All right, then your trouble is they're not physically adept.
Yeah, there you go. Not physically adept.
Like that's my suggestion. That's the easy one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an easy trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, like, you contact my group to, like, train up people of yours. The first thing is going to be like, you want me to take a whole bunch of people and put them through 6 months of basic training.
Pretty much.
In 1
People that
month.
have people that have never done a day's physical labor.
In 1 month.
Yep.
Alright, well,
As for personal, however, his ship is going back to the city.
Is your bioweapon done?
He has worked on it. He's got samples of it. He's going to find out.
how are you gonna find out?
He's going to give a sample of it to SOB. Because so far he's the only person he knows that's sending people out to go and fight.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. Because we also stopped him coming in this month. So I doubt you're gonna get your information you want back in the month. I would just query it, see if it's like, hey, does this work?
I mean, if the ship doesn't come back, then he knows.
You have 5 questions you can ask.
I would just query it like, hey, is my thing going to work?
Yeah, one second, let me just reread another thing I've got.
I mean, you could also do the Prophet Insight, like, hey, this will work.
Yeah, because it says I can't predict great ruin or anything.
A bioweapon designed to take out an entire race?
Yeah,
It's
I
for
think
a
that qualifies.
person, that's the thing.
Well, no. What?
Oh,
Designed to take out one specific thing?
No, just hopefully an entire ship.
No,
Yes,
Magica,
mechanicals
your
and-
bioweapon, if it was released within the populace, right, it would
Mhm.
affect them all. That 100% qualifies under Great Ruin. I mean, we're literally talking like, you've played Mass Effect, yeah?
Yes.
You know the whole thing with Rex and the fact that his species cannot procreate due to a bioweapon. That is Great Ruin. Because that was given to one member of his species, and then they unknowingly spread it to the rest of their species.
Right.
I mean, that or if
Oh.
you just do like gas grenades, you could do that too.
Okay, that's not exactly how it was spread, but
Well, I mean, that's the general gist. I mean, it's like with our own recent plague issue, where
'cause,
essentially one
here's
person
prophetic
can get
ins-
the thing, and then
Here's
it can be
prophetic
spread
insight.
outwards.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to Carson whether or not you can use this on that.
Because, like, it would be on
it
the
only
item
comes to a person, though.
itself.
But it
But
only.
I think it
But
calls out a person.
yeah, it calls out a person.
Yeah. So I'd personally say no.
Right. So
Yeah.
from now on, if it targets a specific individual, from now on, can you just use the euphemism fox die? Because that's what it is then.
All right, here's the thing that with your bioweapon, you're not able to destroy the
That's
group.
not the idea. The idea is to get them weaker.
Ah. Okay, prophetically, yes, you can do that, and you did.
Because the other idea I had, but I couldn't remember if this was a thing that could be done, is like they want the Thanes specifically, as far as we are concerned, are probably going to go to the city first. Another idea I had was finding out if Opus could synthesize something that's been fed to it.
Now, here's the thing about this.
See,
They will get a will save
makes sense.
against your bioweapon. Or a
Hardiness.
hardiness save against the bioweapon. And in that case, they may or may not be affected.
Yeah, that's why he's giving it to SOB's people to test out.
But it does work.
To some degree, yes.
Yes. All right.
He also will once again reiterate to SOB and honestly tell him to remind Ubobo Zek that they do have a place outside of the dome if they want it.
You mean Zetech?
Yeah, the owner is Ubobo Zek, isn't it?
Zetech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or however the fuck you spell it.
His first name is Ubobo, yeah.
Yeah. Ubobo Zek. Yeah.
Because
First-
he did offer them a place to go because, you know, shit probably gonna hit the fan real fast.
That man's first name is R20 Random Generation.
You know, to be fair, I actually find that kind of amusing because you've offered a place to Ubovozek. Meanwhile, Ubovozek, if memory serves, at least the last time it was brought up, I'm pretty sure he's still under the direct command of Ignis.
He is.
Which makes it kind of funny because I picture, like, internally there's a dude there saying, yes, I will take all the things, let me out of here. Meanwhile, his body's like, yes, I will take that under advisement. Bye. And then goes back to doing whatever Ignis wants him to do.
And then after he's done with all that and dropping off the weapon, he's just going to take his motorcycle back to the frickin' city.
Okay.
Back to Neppy.
All right. So yes, you do manage to get it to work, but they will have a save to it. And I'll do that save when we first get started, when the initiative happens. Okay. Nothing else? You still have 5 questions, a query.
Nah.
No query.
Nope.
Wait, yes,
Okay, what have you got?
because Raiden's gonna do something stupid.
Oh dear.
Because-
Shiv looks at his phone at the nonsensical text that has just been sent to him.
Because hey, I need to know the exact coordinates from like 10 minutes from now, where they're gonna be at.
What, the Thanes?
Yes.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that would work. And they're in a moving ship.
Yeah.
He can't use it to predict future events.
Oh.
No, at that point it's just I crack
Damn.
the best course and be like,
Also, I know what you're thinking, and your projectiles don't move at the speed of light. There's no way that you would be able to reach them unless they sat there for like 3 months.
Yeah, that's not
Oh.
happening.
Damn.
And as far as we are concerned,
I was
they're
gonna see
discontinuing-
flat on him.
Can you? Yes. Can you do the thing where it's like, will they be there in 10 minutes? No, because it would take too long, and just galactic drift would move them out of the way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. Like, even I thought of that, and it's like, even if that were how it works,
I was just gonna do seek and fight on a ship.
I mean, all you would do is you'd get like 3 hits, then you'd provoke them, they'd move, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
my thing
I'll
is,
wait.
and my thing is that if you're building your railguns close to your cities, the moment that the things get spotted, you're gonna want to get everybody out.
I mean, the
'Cause
railguns are
moment
only
they
if
realize
they...
where they're under fire from, they're gonna beeline directly towards that.
My guy, they're getting blasted from the ground and from space.
I wouldn't fire those cannons unless they're actively trying to land by us.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
was gonna do.
Yeah, like, sorry, what's this about them getting blasted from the ground and space? Who's got a spaceship that's firing out into space?
Raiden built planetary defenses.
I did.
Yeah, he basically built giant rail cannons.
But yeah,
no, if you want, I can help
don't
you design a
have,
planet cracker.
Now, see, if I wanted a planet cracker, you can't shoot a hole through Mars.
You want to bet?
I mean, if you shoot at anything long enough, you'll eventually wear it away.
No, you won't.
You don't get to a
That's-
reference.
Yeah, that's. Dude, you need to like just watch an LP of Doom 2016.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
I'll be
Doom
right
Eternal.
back. I gotta go and get dinner started. I'll
Or
be-
no, what was it? Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal?
I don't fucking know. Anyway,
I think it was
it
Eternal.
it doesn't really matter.
The point is, he
Well,
had
I mean-
four questions. Does anybody have any questions you would like him to ask, or no?
Well, I mean, honestly, the only things I could want him to ask would definitely fall within the predicting stuff.
Right.
So yeah, he couldn't really answer those.
Okay. And then we will move on.
Or actually, do we know for a fact 100% what they are looking for?
No, you don't.
Ask that.
He walked away.
Yeah, we'll wait until he brings his dumb
Well, I
ass
mean,
back.
Just have other people do what they need to do, and then we can circle back.
Because he's got the best course, doesn't he?
Even if he doesn't, he can still use it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can miracle stuff. I mean, I suppose I technically have that as well because the predictive algorithms thing. Okay, yeah. So when he comes back, yeah, Riley can go over and do the shake the magic 8-ball thing with his head, and yeah, we want to get the factual thing of what exactly are they looking for.
Well, you
And
do know
probably then
one
best
of the
course
things that
how
they're
to-
looking for.
Well,
One
yeah,
of the
but I mean,
things.
in terms of us knowing and us using the power of the person who can literally ask a 100%
Right.
truthful answered question to the GM are two different things.
I'm giving it an opportunity to do 5 questions, and if you don't take it, oh well. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Shiv, who do we have next? Cormac.
Ignis said he's got something pretty big lined up.
That's
so,
why he's going last.
I have a thing, and I don't know how long it'll take.
Oh, you have a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we still got a full hour.
All right. All right, go Ignis.
All right. Let's get the dice rolling out of the way first before I forget.
Yeah.
So because we're on month 5,
Mhm.
I now have trouble 4 because the problems from bringing in the Chromatic Council, the leadership of the cult, comes into play.
Yes.
As there's now branch infighting. Cooperation between branches is tenuous due to branch rivalries, with sabotage and infighting becoming rampant.
Right.
Rough.
Yeah, that fighting is just a little bit.
It is literally what causes the build strength to fail. You love to see it.
It's
Do you?
I'm back.
you're trying really
I
hard to
am
build
smiling
strength,
through the
and
tears.
you are not successful. No.
That doesn't mean you're happy to see it just because you're smiling. It just means your brain has cracked.
We are smiling through the tears of 1 power after 5 months.
All right, there, Harold.
Anyway,
I think that's the meme guy's name.
and then once again, next month has come. I will attempt to extend interest to Cormac.
Yeah, we're good.
agreeing to basically get you free pass to move during the martial law.
Yeah, I'll just dig it out later.
So you're gonna take interest to Cormac and help out with that. What is Ignis doing himself?
Yes. Well, I'm down to just basically lead into the scene involving the Tournament of Legacies, if you are.
The Tournament of Legacy. All right, you are in charge of the Tournament of Legacy.
All right. So it's being held. Let's say at some point in like the afternoon. But the important part is leading into the event, as people are filing their way into the arenas. Phones and cameras are confiscated at the front gate, and the overhead dome is closed to the outside. And then once the event starts, the gates are closed and locked. One side of the arena is filled with the dragoons who signed up to compete for the Tournament of Legacies under promise of wealth and power unimaginable. The stands filled with onlookers. Oh. I'm sorry, did you say something?
I did say, oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I also thought I heard wait.
Mhm.
The stands are
Alright.
filled with onlookers, whether dragoons curious to see the show or supporters of their given territorial leaders. On the other side is a massive crane hoisting a steel cargo container over the arena. The opposite gate, the gate underneath the crane opens as Dracul Ignis strides into the arena on the side opposite the competitors, addressing the large crowd of onlookers. To one and all, welcome to the Tournament of Legacies. I will be your host this day, and I'm sure many of you may be skeptical about what we are fighting for. So first and foremost, allow me to put your concerns to rest. Ignis gestures towards the crane overhead as the class opens and the crate comes crashing down behind Ignis. The doors of the cargo container break open and a literal mountain of gold spills forth from the container, piling behind Ignis.
Oh, damn.
With that out of the way, any who wish to fight for this prize are free to enter the ring. Those who wish to withdraw, please see yourself to the stands. But before the fighting commences, there are some things that must be said. The reason I called this event the Tournament of Legacies harkens to your ancestry. Born of dragons, I fear you have lost your way. You allow yourself to be oppressed, smothered by the conformities of the lessers. Humans, the Khals, even the flames and ashes. You so willingly bow your heads, betraying the proud blood of your ancestors. Therefore, I've arranged this event to remind you of your legacy. Ignis snaps his fingers and is engulfed in swirling flames as his titanic form erupts from it in an intense wave of heat that washes over everyone in the stadium. He assumes his true form in all of his draconic glory. His foot falls thunderous and cracking the ground beneath his weight. Crowning his head are his two lustrous black horns, pointing backwards towards his wings, which stretch out and blot out the spotlights over the entirety of the arena. Fire courses through his body and glows under his scarlet scales. Smoke bellowing from his nostrils and the stench of sulfur fills the air each time he exhales. He cranes his neck to the ground and peers downwards with eyes that appear scintillating spheres of molten lava to the competitors. And your legacy is that you are the worthless, contemptible bastards of my forefathers. A reminder of my race's shame. Your blood is blessed by dragons, and dragons your blessed blood will serve, lest I rip that blood from your very veins. Ignis says in a guttural, booming voice that echoes throughout the arena as he sets a claw upon the mountain of gold, the heat of his presence causing it to deform and melt. But I challenge you to prove me wrong. Slay me, and all I have is yours. Or take the knee and bow your head to Ignatius, the devouring flame. How does the crowd react?
Shocked. Very shocked. One, they see a dragon before them. Many of them are shocked and surprised. Before you had taken that form, 37 were gonna fight.
Now, 2!
What? Face me! Everybody but one guy steps backward.
Of the 37 that are now going to fight, only 15.
I mean, the whole thing is that everyone takes a step back, just some of them don't step back enough.
Yeah.
Of the onlookers, how many of them, because I believe as part of being Godbound, we see those who swear fealty to our cause, who start to worship us, correct?
When I made the roll of last month, and you got, I think, 98% coming, you got a good portion of that. So
The rest are just fucking terrified.
yeah.
Okay. Would it be like a charisma check to try and draw them to my cult at this point?
Yes.
Through my words?
Yes, I need a charisma check.
Okay. This could be a really dumb question. I feel like the answer is obvious, but I have a fact called the Lord of Scales wields supernal influence over draconic, reptilian, and serpentine creatures. Does this apply?
Yes.
Absolutely not. All of them.
All of them run, screaming in fear because they've never seen an actual fucking dragon before.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. And then of the 15 who remain, well, it's a fight, and Ignis goes first.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Ignatius?
Carson has statted these guys out, and it's like, yeah, this is gonna end well.
Don't worry, stats won't be required, I promise.
No stats
Ignatius
are going to be
uses
required.
Ignatius uses a miracle to use the Greater Dragon Grift, Bane of Legions, causing all damage he inflicts to mobs to be restrained until the end of the scene. As my action, Ignatius inhales, his chest glowing. The light travels up his throat, and Ignatius exhales a roar of brilliant orange, red, and white flames. He activates Breath of Death and the Cone of Fire and engulfs the dragoons still unfortunate enough to be standing within the arena, as well as crashing against the far wall of the stadium, engaging the entire section of the audience. The sand in the arena turns to molten slag, and the stands are scorched black. Those swayed towards Ignatius' cause find the flames part around them, doing no harm. Every other individual sustains. We are at level 4, right?
Yeah.
It sustains 46 damage.
Fuck.
The mob of dragoons in the arena sustains 12d6 damage, red straight.
Well,
26 die at your hand.
Yeah, I was about to say, we can just hand wave them dead if that's cool by you.
26 die at your hand.
Nah, man, they all have 200 hit dice.
When the
No.
when the flames finally subside, those who fell victim to the conflagration are destroyed without trace. Their bodies reduced to ash, carried off with the wind, and consigned to oblivion.
Well, what wind there is.
Ignatius brings his
the window's gonna be
posture,
what?
towering over the audience and those remaining in the arena, and bellows. Those who in their hearts have sworn fealty to my dominion will find no harm befall them from my flames. The rest die. And with that, Ignatius ends his turn as the molten sand rapidly cools and hardens to cracked glass-like crystals.
There is no need to even bother. Because we were working with peons until they became sworn to fealty. So, yeah. 26 die at your hand.
And then we gain a few thousand followers.
Yeah. Well done. Well played.
Now the next question. Is this a considerable enough bump of followers to qualify as an increase in power?
To think about that. I'm pretty
Fair enough.
on the fence on that one.
That's fine. I just wanted to pose the question. But,
I mean, you're a businessman, so you, Riley, and Cormac would probably gain followers faster than Shiv's and Raiden's cults.
I mean, business doesn't factor any part into it. The thing that determines your power is the sheer quantity of followers you have, for the most part.
Fair enough.
And really, the only two people that have been going out and looking for new people, or well, not even looking for new people, have been interacting with more people, have been myself and Ignis.
Right.
So fair.
Okay, so you're gonna get over
I mean, to be fair, I did interact
1,400
with dwarves.
people, and you're wanting to know if you get more power from that.
There. I think I'm on this page.
Yeah, I need the page.
Parts of a faction. Power 1, village, neighborhood, guild, cabal. Power 2, city, regional faith, major institute. They don't really list numbers.
It does not come to you at this time. I will tell you that right now. After the war, it might be enough.
Okay. But that is my scene. That went off
Okay.
without a hitch. I'm very happy.
I didn't even have to. I mean, there's no roll. That was just blah.
Thought yours was gonna take longer, so I wanted you to go first.
All right.
So did I, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
No, it went too easy.
Good. So my curveball to Karsa might still be able to finish today.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
Well, let's
I'm
do
looking
the
forward to it.
curveball.
Well, no, we're gonna do the curveball last, obviously. Come on.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's your turn anyway.
It's reading something. PDF. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attempt to enact a change.
Yay. Enact change.
Yeah. But we are not doing this through the faction. We are doing this through Cormac himself. Cormac has a couple of things he's got to do. Cormac is installing a martial tradition into his followers. Anybody who wants to fight under him as a soldier, they have to learn the Lesser Strife of the Falling Sky.
All right, can you, for the audience, tell us what that means?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Unfortunately, it's on the wrong page. Lesser Strife of the Falling Sky. If they are taught by me through this, it means they are automatically kicked up to the master level.
Mm-hmm.
At the initiate level, initiates on armed attacks do 1d6 damage. When striking an opponent below them, the initiate may roll their hit roll twice to take the better roll. They ignore the first 30 feet of falling damage. Disciple level. Disciple may use their movement action to leap 15 feet vertically or 30 foot horizontally. Master. Master's unarmed strikes do a d8 of electrical damage and have a 50-foot range. They are immune to falling damage, and they may automatically strike an opponent or try to target below them when they fall for 1d10 damage, provided they fall at least 30 feet. So they have.
Shit.
You have a bunch of dudes doing mini javelins of God.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Okay.
Now, I don't think this is considered an impossible change. It is definitely implausible, but I'll leave it to you. It's no way it's plausible.
It's not plausible.
No, 100% not.
In fact, I'd almost say it's probably an impossible change.
I do want to point out that mortals
You
can
have-
learn the lesser stripes on their own.
But if you're going to give them mastery level.
Only because he's the one teaching them.
It's just like when you give them a feature, you don't, like when you're giving them a feature of it, you kind of can't track how many of them are initiate, how many are disciple, and how many are master.
I see. At the very least, implausible. At the very least. You probably don't have any dominion, do you?
I have 2. I can cover the implausible. I can't cover the impossible. Actually, I have 3.
Alright, so you're out of dominion.
Actually, if you'll make it impossible, I can cover the rest with influence.
I was gonna say if you actually help teach Raiden's cult some of it, like at least the fighters of it,
then
I will throw it in mine.
That is
then we're looking at then we're looking at an 8.
Eek.
Yeah,
I can cover it.
you can cover the extra 5.
Too many of us have put personal dominion into much.
I mean, that's up to Karsa whether or not she'll let me teach 2 cults worth. I was.
No.
All right. Then I can. Is it implausible or possible? I forgot.
It's impossible.
All right. I will cover the last one with influence for now. Then.
That's fine.
So basically, he has to keep going back and teaching him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But it will be usable for the future. Okay.
I
Anything
do.
you-
Hold on. I do have to look to see if I have to roll. That was the one thing I missed. Not night roads.
Teacher strife.
No, because I'm adding a fact to my faction.
We get a 3 dominion per month now, right?
Depends on how rigorous your
No,
strictures
like
are.
Godbound is.
It depends on how rigorous the strictures are.
Depends on your cult.
Because like me, I gain 2 because I have some tenants, but not a lot. Like
say I get 3 per month.
What is your cult's current trouble?
3.
Alright. And you haven't included any outside issues from enacting change?
yes, that is one of your 3.
Oh, that's one of the 3.
Then your Pulse Devotion causes 1/3 of your
Action die.
God damn it. Is it 1/3 or is it like 1/4 and there's some rounding going on?
I thought it was 1/3, 2/3. Fuck, hold on. I'm getting down to the page. Just forgot what it was on. Godbound makes nominal demands on his worshippers, which is basically what Shiv does in terms of sacrifice. Personal behavior doesn't add any problem points. Worshipping them is easy and low commitment. Dominion equal to its power. Godbound makes a few sharp demands from the believers, such as occasional costly sacrifices. This is what Cormac is doing, and I think Riley's doing the same. Restrictive code of personal conduct will have a code-related problems equal to 1/4 of their action die rounded up, which is why it's 2. Increasing as it grows, gains 1 extra Dominion each month. So you started with 2, you should only be getting 2 per month.
Okay, so I should have
I
10
should've-
in total.
So I should have been getting 1 a month up
I don't know
until
why
I got
said I
the
had
extra
3.
trouble from the espionage.
No. This is entirely determined on your tenants. These are the problems that you cannot get rid of. Any problems added from enacting changes you can get rid of and do not count toward this.
Fair enough.
Now I was actually looking up something else. Where are you? Oh, it's under Dominion expenditures. Acting change. I'm an idiot. That's why. PCs and acting change. No. Using influence Dominion. Actually, do you know what page or where I'm supposed to be looking to add a... Oh, wait, I know. It's that one sidebar.
What are you looking for?
Personally enacting changes. Do I have to roll if the character is doing it?
No, it functions automatic without the action or power die roll.
Okay, yeah. So...
you still introduce trouble, though.
Yeah,
that was
I
it.
didn't have to roll for introducing the special training. But I did also gain 1 trouble for that.
Because I'm setting this up under like creature modifiers, not necessarily adding a fact.
I would probably do it as both.
Like like where it goes into that sidebar about talking to like adding a martial school on page. Oh fuck.
Yeah, like, I believe it would be a fact for the a feature that's like Cormac has set up a school to train the people of this location or to train his cult, the Strife. I assume Falling Sky, but I didn't actually hear which one.
Yeah. I mean, if it adds a trouble, let's get rid of it later. And we could look that up and deal with it later. That's not really an issue. That's not a crux of what's going on right now.
Okay.
School. That was my internal. Now we get to the fun part. Well, no, we'll get to the fun part at the end. But Cormac, after setting up the martial school, probably about 2 weeks in, once he like gets the people started on their basics, he's going to. Actually, he's going to ask for a couple recording devices from Raiden, so he can record these guys learning, and then he's going to head back into the city. Probably one of the last few times he's going to. And
Okay.
he's going to the Four Elements Temple. Because we are going to convince them to go outside.
All right.
And we are doing this in the best way possible.
Crashing through the ceiling?
Yeah, actually.
Really?
Yep. We use hasten to the light to teleport above the building, and we go through the ceiling. Because we are demonstrating mastery of Falling Sky. Actually, we're demonstrating beyond mastery of Falling Sky.
All right. You headed there, and they are automatically on
Yeah, I expected
edge.
that. I expected that.
Prepare to fight you.
What? Actually, before we go into
Or
this, are they
anything that's coming at them.
currently hanging out on the roof garden, or are they currently like inside? That'll determine whether or not I actually go through the ceiling.
Well, if you're going
No,
through
specifically the masters. I don't. The
Oh,
disciples.
the masters?
Yeah.
The masters are inside.
All right, we go through the ceiling.
You fall in into the dojo as they were practicing, and suddenly they are definitely on alert towards you.
Each of them gets a little red triangle with an exclamation mark.
Whose footprints are these? Oh, that guy's. So,
Caution starts playing in the background.
been a minute. How y'all doing?
There's no response. They are just prepared.
Whole bunch of people
Preparing.
in combat stances are suddenly glancing
Yes.
around like, the fuck? Shouldn't
What
we
the
be attacking? Why is this guy talking?
Oh, please, come on. If I wanted to hurt you, you really think I'd go through the ceiling, make a big show of it? Come on. Train me better than that.
Cormac,
Needed to get your attention, and I didn't feel like fighting my way up all your disciples to get here.
what is it you want?
Well, first, hi, Grams. Your granddaughter's doing well.
I hope so. Where is my grand?
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. I have an offer for you guys. One that would make the ceiling not an issue.
You are paying for that.
Well, actually, if you accept my proposal, I won't have to. But if you don't, yeah, I'll get it taken care of before shit goes bad. And it's going to go bad. Well, they keep telling me it's going to go bad. At this point, I might as well believe them. I mean, I don't lose anything not believing them, or at least taking actions as if I believe them. So, but first, I have to do something. It's not going to hurt, and it's going to feel a little weird at first, but just go with it. And I'm going to commit a point of effort to miracle out to basically give these guys immunity to mental effects. I want to wipe the Opus control of them, at least temporarily.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. This will be interesting.
Yeah. So, you feel better? You should.
I feel like the weight has been off. Or
Yeah, you feel like something's not grabbing at your brain anymore?
yeah.
Yeah, that's because there's a being exerting influence over the entire minds of the city. Well, majority. It's not the entirety anymore.
How did you find this out?
Okay, that's a really long story. I think I have enough time to do it. Alright, so, about a year ago, I think, somewhere around there.
You haven't been here in a while, so yeah.
Around a year ago, I went in to help this journalist. Oh, I should go talk to him. I could use him. I guess I'll do that when I'm done. But anyway, I went in to help this guy. He was going to look into possible corruption inside of SOP headquarters dealing with weird medical trials. Anyway, that whole point doesn't matter. I went to his place, and I got these well, not weird. I got these, well, not weird and awesome powers. And like, I just start causing like light and flame to like dance over my body. Really awesome, by the way. Highly recommend, but the process is kind of hard and not 100%, so you might die, so maybe I don't recommend. But anyway, since then, I have been cut off from the thing controlling us all. And I've basically been annoying the ever-living shit out of it. And frustrating it. To exceptional degree. To such an exceptional degree, actually, it allowed me to take a number of people outside the city, which is currently where Kai is at. And, before you freak out, it's livable out there.
All right. And let's go back 1 second before we continue this conversation. One, the dojo doesn't really listen to what the word on the street or whatnot. It is kind of acts apart from everything else.
That's why I'm explaining everything. Well,
So
I'm shortcutting a few things.
They definitely would not know that you are as much trouble as they. So this would not be.
This is a city covered in screens. They would know.
No. This is kind of like a monastery. They kind of try to stay out of it.
Like I can see it for the masters. Some of the lower level disciples, sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that. But most of them kind of just they don't react.
All right. I leaped 30 feet into the air. So when you all originally taught me this, it was only 15. Also, throws a lightning bolt in the sky. That's about 5 times longer than it used to be.
You've mastered it.
Not just
guy in the background writing down dick pills for magic.
not only that, you guys, all of you, points to all 4 of the masters, well, with the exception of you, Gramps, told me I would never learn any of them, let alone master them. I've mastered all 4, at least to the degrees you guys, at least to the degree that could be taught here. And then he goes. Then there is the montage of doing various katas of the Falling Sky, Unbroken Earth, All-Consuming Flame, and Drowning Tide.
They will actually be critiquing this, listening, watching, seeing that you indeed have learned all these that they never expected you to learn. Gramps is even impressed, though he kind of knew his boy would be worth something someday. Just didn't want to say anything to you because don't want you to get the big ego.
As if that would stop. Moving on. So, the proposal's simple. I want you guys to move the temple out with me. Well, obviously not the building, but the building doesn't really matter.
We've never really been involved with the city per se.
Oh, right. Before I go to this, I should probably say why. Because apparently, supposedly, so I've been told, again, not 100% sure I believe in it, the city is going to rise up out of the fucking dirt, and the outer 2 rings are going to be destroyed.
That's reason enough. Because we are on the outer ring.
That's why I'm here. Honestly, even if you were in the inner ring, I'd still probably come see you. Because I know you guys don't really follow the whole technology thing, but I got some things you need to see. Reaches into his bag, takes out a tablet, starts showing pictures of the settlement, specifically his side. I mean, he got a couple pictures of Raiden's, just to be like, yeah, this is here too. These are our neighbors.
There's nerds over there. You can avoid them if you'd like.
Again, they're very impressed, but they're kind of with calm, let's say, mind over matter calmness. They're no longer in, of course, combative stance, but they are very interested in what you brought to them.
So yeah.
So it is true that there is movement outside the city.
Yeah. Actually, I think I was the first one to go outside in a long time. Decided to go out and have a walk.
And you wish us to join you.
Yeah.
Will
Hey,
we
I'd
be
rather not see
setting-
you all die, because
Will
that's
we
just...
be setting up a monastery nearby then?
Yeah. Speaking of, takes out the pictures, it swipes to the pictures of the people he started to train in that area. Already got one started.
They look at it and you notice that you've gotten to them. You've actually hit a nerve, especially when you took out Opus's influence. Your Gramps says
Kaya's
to-
grandfather.
Yeah.
I just call him Gramps because I know it
Kaya's.
kind of annoys him.
Gramps is gonna ask for counsel.
Yeah, go for it. Well, see, the big reason why I waited till now, because honestly, according to the rest, she's gonna be taken off in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. I waited so I could prove to you guys that it was viable, and so you guys didn't had a real reason to say yes. Oh, by the way, there's medical, education's on its way. Some of the librarians have been freed, and they're gonna be setting up. We got electricity, although granted, most of you don't care about that. There's food, water. Oh, we're living by a volcano, but it'll be fine.
6 o'clock and all is uninterrupted.
I mean, if I really wanted to, it would just be a four Dominion project to make the volcano explode every hour. Well, not explode, but like kind of do a minor eruption. Oh, look, it's 4 o'clock.
Wait.
I'm not doing that. It's wasted Dominion.
And what would you want us to be doing there?
What you're doing now. I just want you guys out of I just don't want you guys to die with the city. If the city goes up. Also, I want you guys to be free of this thing's influence. Because it kind of... You guys are inadvertently running counter to your own culture. Not your fault, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just extending a helping hand. I actually don't want anything in return.
They
guys-
have you sit out and they talk amongst themselves, and a few come back with, being very blunt in the fact that they like where they're at.
They come back like there's a pile of broken training dummies. I got bored.
Are you just gonna ruin our entire monastery while we're talking?
Okay, training dummies. You guys expect those to be broken. I understand the ceiling. Don't bitch about those.
Alright.
And yes, if any of you are staying behind, I'll make sure the ceiling gets fixed.
A few of us are too old to leave.
Oh, that's not an issue. I can get you out of here in a couple hours. Well, I mean, if it's the I don't want to because I'm too old, not the I can't because I'm too old, that's fine. There's not a lot I can do about that.
There's a little bit of both. But that's of the council. Of the others that are there listening and watching, they're kind of excited and thinking, hey, we could actually be something. And maybe we could actually do what we were planning on doing, and that is accept understanding and enlightenment and actually get past what we're going for.
I just figured if you guys are gonna call yourselves 4 Elements Temple, Figured you might want to be out in the elements.
And so I'm going to say about half of the council says no. But the other half is willing to go.
All right.
The half of the council that said no, they were elderly. They didn't want to leave. They're too old. They don't. Why bother?
Fine. You guys got a couple weeks. Change your mind. I will have a way for you to contact me. Well, contact somebody who will contact me.
Mm.
But everybody else, just takes out another piece of paper. Follow these instructions. I'm going to go let the disciples know, and let if any of them want to stay with you guys, they can. Any of them want to come with them, or go with them, it's cool too. Good luck. I hope the temple isn't destroyed if the city lifts off. Honestly, again, I'm not convinced the city will, but everybody else around me is, so it's probably correct.
Well, fine. Well, I'm just some of them. We're just too old to leave.
I get it. Well, I don't, but I don't have to get it.
It's our home.
That's fair. Again, you don't have to explain it to me. I'm accepting your answer.
So.
I don't need to understand it to accept it.
So the council will split in half. Now, one half will go with you, and they'll open up the monastery, whilst the other one will stay here and see if they can get any others who are willing to join back with them.
Oh, before he leaves, he's going to clap his hands together, turn around and point at them. I do have a hot springs if that changes anybody's mind.
The idea of the hot spring.
No?
No.
I tried.
Too old.
Alright.
But hot springs are supposed to be great for the elderly.
I'm not bringing that up. Yeah. So he'll send them off to the tunnel.
You know how old people, some old people are, where they just refuse to leave no matter what, even if Katrina hits them.
Yeah, I know. If I could teleport them, I would, but I cannot.
No. They don't. So, no, you did not get everybody. Yeah, so, as you were saying.
Then as they're going, I'm going to go to the tiny journalist office that the guy from way back at the beginning who I was helping out, who never actually became an NPC, or we've never actually talked to. I'm gonna go find him. Because he was willing to look into corporate corruption.
So we're gonna talk to Chucky. Okay.
Yep. I was gonna teleport straight into his office.
Right into the...
Wait, does his office have windows? Or is he stuck in the basement?
He's stuck in the basement.
Alright, gotta do it the hard way.
Wait, what?
Chucky is in the basement because everybody thinks he's a little bit weird and crazy.
Alright, well... We go through the building, we head down to the basement. I don't even knock, I just open his door.
Okay. You open his door and he's like, wow, you're still here.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
But you live.
Oh, yeah, easy.
And...
That was in question?
No. Why are you here?
I'm gonna shortcut this. I'm building a settlement outside the dome. I figured it might be a good idea to have some people who don't mind looking into, getting actual facts out there. Basically, I need some journalists. Well, not need, but I would like them to be.
You know what? You got me. Just because of the fact that I'm bored.
Cool. You got any people you want to bring with? Grab them. Bring them here.
I'll try. to find.
I mean,
some.
I honestly.
Most people just don't find me. Well, they kind of think I'm a kook.
Actually, I can help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I shut you down? There you go.
Yeah. You got a PA system?
I don't, but they do.
I mean the building.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Take me to one of the receivers. Transceivers.
Okay. He will do that because, one, he remembers what you did for him.
Yeah.
And so he's outright, willing to join.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get on the PA. Gonna call over the PA. So this is Cormac, the one that everybody calls a terrorist. I would like to have all the journalists in the cafeteria for a meeting, if you wouldn't mind. If you want to run away, go for it. But those of you who are interested in finding out what's really going on in the city, you should go to the cafeteria. Out, I guess. Fuck it, whatever. Click.
Here, everybody. You are a legend in this area.
I know. But the thing about journalists is a lot of them will put their, I don't want to say stupid, but they are just a tad bit on the suicidal line when it comes to getting their stories.
True.
So I wait in the cafeteria, see how many show up.
Quite a few.
Yeah, you basically got the two extremes. You've got the ones that actually want to do good, and you've got games journalists who can't get out of bed in the morning.
Yep. We're gonna go through. Wipe out was his influence. How would you like to not feel like that anymore?
Every time you do that, I have to try to figure out how I'm gonna play it off. And they feel the lightheadedness go, and then they become calm. How'd you do that?
Because I'm fucking awesome. But beyond that, it's a much bigger explanation that I kind of don't have time to do right now. But just like he just makes small amounts of fire and electricity and kind of just throws around the room. I can do things most people can't. That's one of them. Just know something has been playing the entire city as puppets for centuries. And you come with me outside. You don't have to put up with that shit anymore. And you can run your journalism the way you want. Except for paparazzi. Fuck those guys.
The two paparazzi just go "Aw" and walk out.
You guys are street sucking scum, and you know it.
One of those things that head back in the door. You don't have to be a dick about it, and it slams the door.
Yes, I do.
You hear echoing along the hall. As the guy's walking away, like, I fucking told him. Oh.
Yeah, he's a dick.
That's fine.
Should really take him out.
Please try it.
No, they're talking and like, well, what's the next story? We should talk about it then. Yeah, all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I don't want to go too deep into this. He basically does that and says, gives them the whole thing about the settlement and directions. You all want to go? Cool. You don't? Stay here.
All right.
And then that was basically the Cormac thing. Now I get into my external action, which is attack a rival. We are going to attack the workers' union in an attempt to basically get them to leave the city. Attack a rival has like 5 paragraphs. Oh my god, I don't want to read all this. Well, the first thing is I've
one tiny bit at the end that you really should have read.
I know. Well, step 1 is I pick a feature. I only have one. The Sunblood is Sunblood is a tenacious pack of brawlers that doesn't know the word quit. the brawlers part isn't the aspect of the sentence I want to focus on. It's they don't quit. So the Sunsplit Covenant has been spending the past 5 months basically coming into the city and just hammering the point home to these guys that if you stay here, it will be bad for you, like on the scale of death. And a very gruesome death at that.
That's a really weird chant.
But this is not a threat to them. This is a
This is a warning, and that this warning comes with the we can keep that from happening. All you have to do is come with us. Once the assailant has chosen a feature to use offensively, the defender must choose a feature with which to resist the change. Are they even going to try?
yeah.
I mean, I suspect they would, because I believe last time we talked, you said a bunch of them still didn't want to leave.
Yeah, they are gonna try.
Cool. This is the point where we get to the special action, which is neither an internal or external action, of spend interest.
Okay.
I'm going to spend all 4 of mine, because I have to do it before they roll, to give them a -4.
Okay.
And now it's I roll my action die, they roll theirs, but they have a -4. I roll the 6.
You rolled a 6. Damn. All right. There's just no way.
They that one.
All right. You made it so it's impossible for them to think any other way. Then okay, we just got it. If this is really true, we should go.
Hang on, next. The assailant defender roll a contest. The feature being used is margin. Okay, that doesn't matter. That's for adding things. We can skip that part for now. If the assailant wins, the defenders make some choices. They may choose to lose a point of cohesion, fending off the change the cost of their faction's stability and strength. They may choose to sacrifice a feature, allowing it to become ruined, or they may choose to allow the change to occur, which I think is what they're doing. But they would gain a problem. They would gain a new problem, but that's kind of not an issue at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they're only power 1 and I think they only have cohesion 1. Like if they take the cohesion, their entire thing just breaks. At which point their faction kind of dissolves. It can be brought back later, but at this point, like if they come with me, I think they're just I'm taking a significant number with me, and then the workers union has to recohese later on. Like the faction isn't leaving the city. I am just taking a bunch of them with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get the first extend influence roll.
Yeah. So
Now, in the future, I'm a little confused on spend interest because it's called the special. It's not an internal or external because you can use it off turn. It's like say 2 other factions are doing something, you can spend your interest to bump up or remove from another faction. So I'm not entirely sure if I can spend it on a force I'm attacking, but it makes sense because I have influence in them. I am weakening their defenses.
you already started weakening their defenses.
No, I just
for
be
some
like
time now.
in the future, like if you're attacking somebody you have influence in,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can actually do what I just did, but it makes sense that you could, but it doesn't say in the book one way or the other.
I don't see it. What page are we on again?
136.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, 137.
I don't personally see why it wouldn't.
Like same, because like that's kind of like one of the points of like putting interest is like, especially if you're like if it's a more devious faction, they would be extending this interest so that when their inevitable betrayal comes by, they could expend it because they've already, they have agents inside the city or whatever and all this other shit.
Right.
Because it never specifically says you can only spend this on an action you aren't enacting. kind of why I'm happy I brought up the circumstance, because it's kind of like, cool, we can talk about it and decide. I mean, whether I can or not, I succeeded regardless.
You succeeded. But if you can, so can they.
Yep. But that would mean they would have had to extend influence to me, or interest to me, and they did not.
They did not. So, yeah, you get a good portion of them going. You break them up. Basically, there is no more union.
Again, it's not that there's no more. Losing
Well,
cohesion.
it's not a no more union, but it is definitely broken.
Yeah, the only thing they can do right now, I think, is attempt to restore cohesion on their next faction turns.
Yeah. So, again, I'm gonna say to you, as I said to Ignis, not
fine.
at this time that you're gonna get that extra power. The power will involve when you go to the war.
I wasn't expecting it. This is the entire point. Is Korvac is trying to save as many people as he can. If they join his cult, cool. If they just come and live in Rebels Rise, it's also cool. He don't give a fuck.
Well, you've done a good portion already between all of you. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so by looking at the city, you really have not done anything to the center.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying. I don't give a fuck about them.
You didn't bother with the center.
No.
But you ripped apart. If I can get this to work.
Oh, I do have a random question, and it's just a funny thing that we can end the episode on when you're done.
Okay.
Is there a large rock formation close to the city? Like, I'm talking like maybe a quarter mile.
Yes.
Perfect.
So here you pretty much ripped it apart between Liz's and yours, and in this part you did. Shiv, you kind of ripped this part up right here with your library.
Yeah, we've basically destabilized the entire fucking city.
Until it rips itself out and destroys the 2 rings that were destabilized, so who gives a shit?
Right.
Fair.
Raiden. You, well, you pretty much helped here as well. And then you also did some work underground, which I can't show on the city map. And then, let's see here. Probably Ignis has more of the involvement down south. This part right here. But he's going to be staying in the city. They're just moving up towards him. So that is, if you look at that, and that's a lot of people that you've had some influence to. Maybe not actually got them out of there, but a lot of them that are willing to move on. None of the center, this is too far. None of the center at all here, but I'll see if I can, it's gotta be Ignis's probably. That's all Ignis. So, what, probably about a fifth of, not even a fifth, an eighth of amount of people joined you. And then we'll see what goes from next week.
Before you sign off, the funny thing, I go to this rock formation. I spend a week carving it into a giant middle finger to the city.
You middle finger the city.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, wow. The world has done a lot of shaping lately.
I just want to annoy Opus, the squid.
You've definitely done that. Okay. So, next week.
Uh,
Well,
actually,
Carson,
you know what?
what?
I think I'll crack a couple of queries.
Oh, now you want to do it. Okay.
Yeah, number one, are the Thanes actually heading towards Scorpio?
Yes.
Oh. Ryan had
Yeah.
a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is what I went to go prep dinner.
Yes. He wanted you to ask, what are the Thanes looking for? Exactly.
Seems popular question. What are the Thanes looking for exactly?
They are looking for a Godbound, an Ascendant.
I mean, we already had answered that at least one faction is looking for Willis
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
by the Thanes.
But
She just said they're looking for a descendant. Now you get to ask which one.
Deal.
Okay, which one?
Glengeal.
Oh dear.
Oh shit!
Shiv, you
so
see- you
that's
see-
for the other half of the.
Well, you said
No,
you
no,
had
no.
you said you had 2 questions, right?
So
Yeah.
wait, hold on.
All right, ask your second one, and then I want to pose a 5th one to you.
Okay. Are the opposing factions of Thane split between searching for Blangiel and searching for Willis?
Yes.
They're gonna literally tear apart the universe over 2 frickin' Godbounds.
Okay, so go ahead and do your question.
Well,
I
this
have one more.
this would be his last one for this month. The question I'm posing, whether you do it or not, is up to you guys. I just want to throw it. Is Blangiel in the Scorpio star system? I don't care if she's on this planet particularly.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
he hasn't he
That's
hasn't asked
going
it
to be
yet.
the question.
Okay.
So, literally, the 2 factions split and are now warring with each other over 2 Ascended, one of which was literally created to deal with the other.
Actually, Shiv, the next time you get a chance, ask how many factions there are.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's definitely a good one.
How many Thane factions are there?
Oh dear, that's a good point.
I'll give you this one. I'll let you do one more.
Well,
Since
on,
it's
before-
right here.
but before that, Ryan, you said you had a question. I don't want to ignore you.
I mean, out of character, I know the answer. In character, we don't.
We kinda know it in character that there's only at least 2.
I think
No.
there's 3. At least 3.
Let me actually answer the question, or finish the question. Who is the descendant that they're looking for?
Oh, this is Blangiel. He already asked that.
Yeah, the ones that are in our system presently are looking for Blangiel.
No, I thought the what it was is that they're looking for a descendant of Glangeal.
No, an Ascendant,
No.
a Godbound.
Yeah.
Somebody like us.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I heard descendant.
so before you ask this question, I think there's at least 3 Thane factions.
There's the
there's-
Emperor, there's Willis's, and at least one more.
Blangiel's.
Yeah, because we know that at least one faction, or at least one subset
Yeah.
of them, was compromised, because Shiv did crack query.
So, do you think it's worth it to confirm that there's 3, or would you like to know if there's more?
Actually, I would like to know if there's more than...
All right, cool.
3,
Starship Troopers. Would you like to know more?
But can I
God damn
actually make a demand here?
Sure.
And this demand is going to basically be that everyone murders Shiv if he doesn't do this. Shiv, could you open up a text file And
sir.
specifically write down each question you ask and what the answer is. Exactly. Because I'm pretty sure at least 6 different times you've asked the same question in multiple ways to get the same answer in multiple ways.
He probably does, but it's his effort, man.
It's just, I feel that it would be really beneficial if you specifically wrote
Oh,
this
no.
information down rather than trying to remember it on the fly each time it comes up.
Now, here's the thing. Dav, you're right, but at the end of the day, it's his effort to spend the way he wants.
And the irresistible query can, in fact, change.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that I've heard you on multiple times ask essentially the same question,
Which
even
one?
though you've already gotten the answer.
Which one?
Well, I mean, fuck, he's asked the one about where Blangela is like 3 times.
No, he's asked about Blangela and her actions, not where she is.
Actually, the last time he asked about Blangela, she wasn't in the star system.
Yes, that is true.
So that
Yeah,
information did change.
I mean, that's the point, though. Because then he can keep track of what information he actually does
Yeah.
have
Oh, no. Again, Dav,
and what's subject to change.
is this a good idea? Yes. At the end of the day, it's on Magic on whether or not he does it, and it's his effort to spend the way he wants.
I'm not making any kind of comment on the actual spending of the stuff. I'm asking the player to keep track of the information. Because he asks incredibly vague questions that give vague answers that then slightly change.
Fair.
But,
So you have one more question.
yeah, as I say, are you going to take Karsa up on her offer of the
Yeah.
factions?
Yeah. Because
What?
if we're going to be going up against these guys anyway.
You want to know what? Tell me exactly.
Okay, proper worrying about this. Exactly how many Thane factions are there now? Because we only know of 3 at the moment.
We have ideas about 3. We know of 2
5.
for sure. Okay, she said 5. At least
5.
I heard 5.
You heard 5.
Okay.
5. That's actually kind of worrying. 'Cause
No, I like this.
Yeah, because it means that there is potentially one,
2.
2 that could be swayed to our side.
Or instead of our side, we can just get them to fight each other.
Well, they're already going to be fighting each other. Willis, Blangela, and the Emperor, I highly doubt. I think all 3 of those are going to fight each other.
Right. Like,
Willis
You know
and
about the
Blangela
one-
for sure.
yes.
But no, I legit heard descendant of Langeel, not ascendant.
Ascendant is what I said.
They're looking for a Godbound. These particular ones are looking for Blangela, not Willis. Which is kind of bad because the whole crux of talking to them was telling them that Willis wasn't here. But good news, we don't have to waste our time doing that and accidentally piss them off by saying the name of the person they hate. Potentially.
Anyway, Iris out.
Yep, so we're done. You can't do
Bye.
anymore.
Now, Carson, do we have an end scene to keep people on the edge of their seats?
Oh yes.
Or are you just gonna peek your mic out and call it a day?
No, I'm gonna do something.
Wow, calling her out, man.
It happens every time.
It
It's not
does.
even a joke anymore. Now it's a bit. Now it's part of the show.
It's literally goodbye.
Yep. As the signal disappears and Carson's ship flies off into the nether away from Earth.
I mean, the
Exactly.
thing is that it doesn't peak on stream. It only peaks for us.
All right.
That's unfortunate.
So
Oh well.
we pan out from Opus and we head towards a place that is just outside of the solar system. And we hear a set of heavy sounded people talking. Very garble type sound. In which one of them is saying, "We think we have found her. We believe that the operation came from Opus, but now are heading to another spot." The Emperor returns with a conversation as you see on the hologram. Find the evidence. And then find her.
Oh. Oh, I know what they're looking for now.
What, her cult? You mean the Solari?
Yeah.
Oh. Come on, man. Of course they're gonna be, if they're trying to find a Godbound, the first thing they're gonna do is target the cult. The biggest part of them.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
True. You want to find Ignis and start attacking this cult, you'll find him real fast.
Want to find Shiv? Don't attack his cult. He doesn't care. He didn't deny it.
Another part of the galaxy, we see a small ship heading towards a small planet, or was once called a planet. Constantly under surveillance and security. Suddenly, there is an eruption. The doors are open. You are hearing the sounds of sirens all over. And the people are killing each other. Furthermore, we have one of them able to find their way towards a moon close to Terra. And you see them preparing a new DNA sequence, and that is where we're going to end it.
Can I just say for a moment, justice for Pluto?
Justice for Pluto?
Yeah, because Pluto is no longer considered a planet. And
Like that
hasn't
for
been
years.
It hasn't been for
almost-
years, my
For
guy.
like, what, 2 decades now, I think?
Like 15
Almost.
years. Yeah, something like that.
I did
Hell,
say
they-
it was no longer a planet.
Well, they put that in like what? God, it was like what, elementary school for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
I don't know. Like, hold on. When? I'm gonna find it out now.
In 6, so
Anyway.
almost.
To finish with the conversation when you looking at this person doing a DNA sequence. Mistress, I believe we have found the key.
You found the what?
The key. And as you look at the person who is doing the sequence, you see you see a very long bushy tail and 2 cat-like ears and a mouth that is turned as you see what seems to be a mixism of cat feline orientation.
Yeah, more cat girls.
And that's what we will end.
Okay then. That was something else.
Yeah, cat girl.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we have anybody to raid? Because the last 2 days, there has not been anybody to raid.
Well, what do you expect? It's summer.
I
You're
know.
You're a chicken nugget. I don't know.
Chicken nuggets?
I don't know. I'm hungry.
Oh my.
Understandable. I just got done eating myself.
Dude, why are
Oh
you eating
my.
yourself, man? That sounds painful.
Yeah, that's no good. That's
Just
no
for
good.
trying to sell her desperate measures.
You know, I would make a Marilyn Manson joke on it, but
It's called recycling.
I mean, if you guys want to see First Descendant, we could go see that.
Yeah, I was thinking about looking into playing that, but then I forgot about it. I'll probably forget about it again.
Unlucky.
It's like free to play. I think it is be close to like almost like Division 2. No, I'd probably be closer to like Warframe.
what game?
First Descendant.
First Descendant. So
Never heard of it.
I heard about it through a random ad while I was looking up stuff for Elden Ring.
I need to get back into Warframe.
Dude, they've added so much to it.
I know.
I looked at it before, and I immediately noticed the fact that every single video does not show you the interface. Plus, it just looks like an absolute clusterfuck.
is it that
Also
bad?
looks like a mildly cheaply
Warframe
made
is-
clusterfuck.
Well, let's find out because I'm gonna go and raid one of our good buddies of
I will say Warframe
RSSG.
is very grindy.
We're gonna see how it goes. So, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. We are going to be starting the war next week.
The war on drugs.
Goodbye.
There it is.
Yep, there's the peak.
I congratulate the war on drugs for winning the war on drugs.
Winning the war on drugs. Really?
The
Really?
drugs won.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
In Opus's case, they damn near did.
Oh, they technically did.
Okay.
But nah. Where I'm at in Warframe right now, I need to build one of the necromechs.
If I was gonna get back into Warframe, I would have to spontaneously create like a new